Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. 3 points collectors, Arsenal, of course, top of the league, 6 points ahead, but in a title race with Bournemouth and Sunderland and Spurs. Absolutely, what a title race we will see this season between Bournemouth, Arsenal, Sunderland, and Spurs. It's going to be a 4-horse race. We all know that by now. Like, Bournemouth are absolutely not slowing down. Spurs are winning games by the threes now. And listen, Manchester United are ahead of the mighty Chelsea and £500 million Liverpool signings. Man City losing to Aston Villa. If Erling Haaland doesn't score, Man City have problems because Savinho doesn't score. Nobody scores at Man City. Foden. And I'm going to have a discussion about Foden today. No agendas. And I'm going to have a discussion about Foden. What is his role in the team? Why is he now becoming a player that is good on the pitch, but he's not bringing the clutch moments? We'll talk about that as well. The agenda from the Premier League and from BBC against Arsenal is actually apparent. I will talk about that later, but we'll talk about it today as well, about the set pieces. They're showing tables where Arsenal are the table. If set pieces don't count, why are you showing that? There's no reason for that. Also, Manchester United, we got to have a discussion. 3 wins on the bounce by Manchester United. The front 3 look absolutely very good, including Sesko, who's doing back heels now and absolutely passing the ball and doing very, very well. If people want to talk about Inter, we lost, which is fine. But at the same time, Inter lost, but we're coming from a 6-game winning streak. And we lost, robbed against the champions, the defending champions at their own ground. I'm not going to be annoyed by the bums in the chat that are saying Forza Napoli. I'm not annoyed at all. Fuck you all. What is your team? If you're not an Arsenal fan, you cannot fucking chat to me. If you're a Barcelona fan, go suck it because you fucking just got schooled by Vinny Jr. Real Madrid. And if you're a Man United fan, fair enough. You won 3 in the bounce. That is fine. If you're a Man City fan, look at you in the table. If you're a Liverpool fan, I don't know what to tell you. If you're a Chelsea fan, I have no idea what to tell you, to be honest with you. If you're a Chelsea fan...
Napoli's my Serie A team, bro.
What, you were not alive when Napoli won the league back when Maradona was there. You're not that old, bro. Don't do this shit. You're not that old. You weren't alive when Napoli won the league back in the 80s.
Yeah, but I picked them.
You were like 2 years old or something like this.
You know, I picked them recent days.
Recent Napoli. Nobody supports Napoli other than Mohamed Salah in this whole world, actually. The whole world is only one guy supports Napoli and the people from Napoli. But big up everybody that joined us from Husam's stream, of course. Bro, have some shame. You fucking lost 4 in a row in the Premier League, bro. Have some shame. Bro, you're in the mud. You cry every stream. Set pieces. Why are Arsenal scoring set pieces? Why we are shit in set pieces? Bro, you cry every stream, bro. Hussam, watch Hussam's watch. I don't know if you guys watch Hussam watch alongs. Every time Arsenal score a set piece, we're like, why do you score set pieces, bro? This is boring. It's so boring. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. But anyway, well, let's have a good conversation. Fonzie, you fraud. What? It's like winning games, Mo. What is it like winning the games? Sometimes it's good. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. But trophies matter as well. And leagues matter. And in your lifetime, you have seen 2 league titles, Fonzie. So have some shame and sit on the ground. All the mighty Liverpool, you have seen 2 league titles, Fonzie. Sit on the floor, my friend. And let's start this show. And let's do this. Big up my guy, Paz Elephant, still on the top of the table. We're not starting with Arsenal, people. We're actually starting a little bit with City and Manchester United. We're going to talk about Arsenal, so stick with us. We're going to have ads might join us. Rams is going to join us. We'll talk Liverpool as well. Patrick, Haaland doesn't score and City don't win.
It's not a shock for the Villa game, to be honest. I think I did a preview, and the thing about me when there's 2 types of Patricks. There's one Patrick who is from Twitter, and one Patrick when you invite him to your show and you want to talk about football, he will talk about football. If you want to mess around and banter and throw, I will go in the throw side. Villa, somehow, when I did my research, and I've done my research for a long time, it's quite funny. It seems like we go to Villa, we either lose or draw. No matter how strong the City team is. Then they come to City and they get slapped all the time. Obviously, there was one moment where during the treble season, they almost disappointed us, scored first, Coutinho and them, man. Liverpool thought they won the league. So Villa is a funny thing with City. We go at Villa, we draw or lose, but they come to the Etihad, we seem to slap them. When you saw the lineup for the City game, you definitely saw from far as a City fan that this is not going to work out. I don't know why people always want to rattle you more in the comments. I don't get it. Why somebody has a dedication to rattle you. Whoever Beautiful Ashes is has time on their hands. Big up to them. Look, we ourselves as a setup, we're not set up well. I think Pep Guardiola got this one wrong. Why would you play Bernardo Silva in midfield next to Tijani Reinders? I forgot which YouTuber told me once. I think I went on the stream. They said you have to be careful with Tijani Reinders. He's been misprofiled by Pep. It looks like it's true. Pep thinks Tijani Reinders is Gundogan from years ago. I don't think he is. He's not good very defensively. He's good at carrying the ball, but I don't think you can have him a double pivot. So as soon as I saw Silva and him, I knew it was going to be a long day. You can't be playing against Onana with Bernardo Silva in midfield. But it is what it is. I said, if we won this game, let me tell you something more. Knowing how we always struggle at Villa, if we won this game, I was going to be impressed. I was going to sit there whilst at work and say, you know what, this is great. But I wasn't shocked. Out of all the City fans in the group, I seem to be the only one who was not shocked at all. They were losing their shit. I think I went on at break at work just to check the chat. There was 600 messages with 300 tags towards me, asking me, what's the solution? I was like, there's no solution. So we move on. It's an L. I was looking for a draw at Villa, but it is what it is. And you're right. Haaland missed that easy chance. And it looks like if Haaland doesn't score, there is nobody who's willing to step up to score, which I am surprised. Because let's not pretend as if the players we have on that pitch have no capability of scoring. I'm a bit disappointed on one thing. What does Ryan Cherki have to do to get on the pitch, Pep Guardiola? Why do you insist on playing Bernardo Silva as a right winger in 2025, but Ryan Cherki, who can play as a right winger, is on the bench? Why
Isn't that Pep Patrick? Isn't that what he does?
I know he loves him. That's his boy,
Takes
man.
Takes him a whole like 8 months to a year before it doesn't matter who the player is. That player's not playing. I think Grealish was the only one actually. Grealish got played pretty early because he needed to play. He made him play a certain way.
Do you know what I'm suspecting? You know what I'm suspecting?
I already know what Paz is going to say. I already know.
Yeah, but do you know what I'm suspecting?
It's not even on his lips, and I know exactly.
I know. Look, do you know what I'm seriously suspecting with Pep? There's certain, you can actually tell. We've seen it for years. There's certain players when he backs them in the media, or he's the one who wanted them and bought them. I think personally suggested that I want this guy. You've noticed he forces them into the lineup. I'm talking about Savio. Savio has been stinking, but he won't take Savio out of the game. He's forced Savio into it, and the rumors are he's the one who blocked the Spurs thing. So, it is what it is. We lost today. I am not nervous. I just feel like today, this is the funny thing is, we lost to Aston Villa, and I didn't flinch at all. I just said, okay, and moved on. Maybe I do know that we are not good enough anymore. But anyway, it is what it is.
Can I ask you the hard questions?
Go ahead, yeah.
Why nobody talks about Phil Foden?
What do you mean?
Why is Phil Foden becoming... You're muted, Paz. You're muted. Why nobody talks about Phil Foden?
I can tell you exactly why.
Why? I'm going to tell you.
He's
Phil Foden,
sweetheart, bro.
Phil Foden, I'm being serious, Paz, by the way. Patrick. Sorry, Patrick. I'm being serious, Patrick. Erling Haaland is the star of the team. He scores. Everyone is creating for him. Doku has had in and up and downs, right? Phil Foden now, everything is catered for Phil Foden now to shine again like he did 2 seasons ago. Yeah. He had a good game against Man United, and then he had a good game against Everton. But other than this, no one is talking about how Phil Foden again is becoming just a player on the pitch. Just like he passes the ball. He did some good stuff today. A back heel there, a back heel
if Haaland scores that, Phil Foden assist, isn't it?
Is it Phil Foden the one who played for him?
Yeah, it's Phil Foden the one who played the blow to Haaland.
Wasn't that Oscar Bob? You sure that wasn't Oscar Bob?
Was it Oscar Bob?
It's
I thought that was Oscar Bob. Can I just say though, yeah? And Mo will back me up here. Mo will back me up because I know he remembers because everyone was against me on these points. Everyone was like, man, see you're clicking. I said, Mo, did I not say this clicking?
Yeah, but he's fucking it up. No, but you gotta be honest. Pep Guardiola's fucking it up.
But I also said, and then I also said, but I also said the Haaland FC thing can't go on forever. Yeah, and I also said them wingers are not doing what you think they're doing, bro.
It's his choice to start. Okay, but Paz, it's his choice to start not Doku today to create chances. Villa, like Doku suits Villa to the T, right? Like, why is the point of starting Oscar, Baba, and Savinho and having a no DM?
But this is the point, choice.
His choice.
But this is the point I was making. People
have you ever seen
it not clicked?
Wallahi al-Azim. You guys, I know. I watched the game. Bro, the midfield, Reinders, Foden, and Bernardo Silva. This is not a midfield to win against Villa away. What are you doing, bro? Start Nico Gonzalez. And how are you starting Oscar Bob against Kamara, Onana, McGinn, Ramsey? What's his name? Rogers. Like Torres, Onza. Broski, the guy got bodied every time he tried to. He's very technical.
Do you know what's funny, Mo?
He's very technical, the guy.
Do you know what's funny, Mo? This man, this is what I'm saying. That's why I tell people to come down. Don't celebrate yet with the titles that saying that City is done for. I have watched this guy. This guy does this as if he wants, it's as if he wants to purposely just piss you off. Because you know what he's going to do? Watch him play Nico Gonzalez against Swansea. Watch him play Turkey against Swan.
Like it didn't make any sense. You're starting against one of the most physical midfields in the league, right?
I know.
In Morgan Rogers, Onana, and Kamara.
With Silva,
No DM.
Yeah, but what midfield would you have played? Reindeers,
Anybody, Reinders, Nico Gonzalez, anybody but these guys.
Even
together.
Kovacic next to Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah, but so realistically, you would have changed one player.
2 players.
Who would you have changed?
Play Doku number 1 on the left. I would play Ryan Cherky probably on the right, or Marmoush, right? I would
Isn't
start
Ryan Cherky
Nico Gonzalez in the
back,
DM.
No, he is fit. He's fit. He's fit.
But
Yeah.
hasn't he just came back though? He ain't
No,
even
but
played.
he's playing. He's played a few minutes. He's played and he's well. Do you know what he said?
Nico Gonzalez was injured. He played 45 minutes.
No.
Nico Gonzalez.
I'm talking about Ryan Cherky.
Oh, do you know what he said about Turkey?
No, Ryan Cherky is available. Ryan Cherky is available.
Do you know what he said
He's
about Turkey?
fucking it up.
Not for
bro.
90, though. He's not available.
No,
for 90.
he is. Listen
Yeah,
to what he
Habibi,
said about
start
Turkey.
him. Managers, even Amorim does this, right? Even Amorim does this. Like Arteta does this. Jurgen Klopp is this. Start your strong lineup, see out the game, take them out at 60 minutes or 50 minutes. Don't start on the back foot and then bring them on when you're struggling, you're drowning. That's what he did. He's drowning at the end of the game and he's bringing the players. What are you doing?
So, Mo, do you know what's funny about Pep Guardiola? So he was asked about Turkey. Do you know what he said? He bluntly said it to a reporter, Turkey is fit, but the reason is there's something. I don't feel like there's something he's not ready. Do you know when he says that? He just wants to play his favorite player. You know, at the end of the day, every time he goes away at Villa, it seems like he doesn't really care. Because this is not the first time he's gone to Villa, and you're like, why are we playing so-and-so at Villa? Why are we playing John Stones in DM at Villa and Rodri is fit, is on the bench? We've done this before. He goes there, gets a draw. He goes there, loses, and looks like I don't know. It's just more. I know you're talking about Turkey, but Turkey could have played this game, by the way. But the thing is, he's trying to shoehorn Savio. I don't get the Savio thing.
I dare everyone. Guys, we have 500 people in the house. Can we get the likes up? We're only on 80 likes. Guys, the target is 300 likes. Also, check out high ads. Okay, check out high nines. Check out OK Jersey in the comment section. I dare anyone to go check John Stone's heat map. The majority of his heat map above the midfield. So why are you playing him ahead of the halfway line? Why are you playing him? What's the point of starting John Stones if he's gonna be the guy playing high on the pitch? What's the point? Why are you doing that?
Why don't you also say what's the point of benching Nico O'Reilly, who's been fantastic at left back?
Exactly that. Why don't you play Gavardiol, Ruben Diaz, and Nico O'Reilly, who actually assisted Haaland the other day? Why not?
This was jokes. This was all jokes. But anyway, this is what it is. We've lost the game. Whether he's doing jokes or whatever it is,
it's not jokes. The guy is fucking it up on purpose. Like he's playing his favorites. Bro, look at
sometimes it might be time to just look at a team and just think maybe this team ain't maybe it's time to slightly adjust them expectations you got.
Nah, the team is there, man. The team is there. It's there.
I just don't see what you see, man. I don't see a squad ready to like win the league. I see a few top players and a few that are a bit.
How many players outside of Haaland have scored goals this year?
All right, see, here's what I brought up last time. It's Haaland and everyone else is on one goal. And then people are looking at me like I'm the madman. Like that's cool to have.
Even without Haaland, how many players have even scored goals? Isn't it like only like 3 or 4?
Not many. Yeah, not many.
It's like a really small number.
People don't want to accept that Man City are in hell.
Oh my God, this is the goals that scored. Tijani Reinders scored in the first game. Matthias Nunes 1 goal. Phil Foden 1 goal. Cherky 1 goal. Done.
Yeah,
but this is what I said.
That's in the Premier League. That's it.
Man are looking at me like I'm a madman.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And people are like, oh, Man City are clicking. Who? Which one of them is clicking?
Yeah, but they are clicking because they were creating the most chances for Erling Haaland.
It's Man City though. Like they're
what do you mean?
Okay, I'll put it this way, yeah. Man City not clicking doesn't mean they're going to be in 17th. Man City not clicking is when they're going places and you're like, oh, who's going to win here? Like Man City clicking is, they're packing these lot in. Like I think when I say they're not clicking, we're adjust it for Man City standards, which is this team could go win the league. When you look at them, you don't think.
What standards? You think this team is can win the league? Okay, no. You watch this team and you think this team is better than Arsenal, better than Liverpool?
No.
If Erling Haaland's not scoring.
Yeah, but that's the point. It's not.
For me,
not
I'm looking at, when I said the team clicks, they were creating Haaland was missing 2, scoring 2 every game.
But it's because Haaland, but take Haaland off the pitch. Actually,
why would you do that? Why would you take Haaland off the pitch?
No, I'm not telling you he is. I'm saying to you, you can't say something is clicking because this one guy is just such a menace that he just creates so much space and chaos.
Football work like this.
No, it doesn't. If something happens to him, it doesn't. And then the one day he doesn't score because he can't score every game, it stinks. They lose. So that's not clicking if everything of quality is coming from one man. You can't say that's clicking. If anything, Chelsea have a better argument of clicking over Man City because they're missing. I'll explain that because they're missing their quote unquote best player, Cole Palmer, and you can say that the other players as a team look okay or decent at times. Like some of that is clicking, quote unquote clicking. Wait, their standard. You man are not clicking, bro.
Can I ask you something, right? I just gave you a background saying, regardless the fact that obviously you say this is a finished Man City, but we struggle at Villa. We have a history of struggling at Villa. Like we either draw. I think in the past 3 years he's lost at Villa so many times. Even the best Man City team. The Villa game, as I said, even when I was doing a preview, I was scared, saying if we win this, oh my God, what a miracle! But you can say Haaland missed, but there was a few opportunities, but Villa defended very well. Villa just played us how they play us all the time at home. Why I'm saying that it's a bit too early to start giving up on, because I'm not giving up on City. I think City are living with something this season. At the end of the day, I think a lot of people who
what thing? What are you living with?
We living with.
Before
you can just say that.
You guys are not here as honored guests.
Can I be honest with you?
It's not the Oscars and they're giving speeches. It's not the Oscars.
City this season is either living with the Premier League or the Champions League. We're living in something. We are living with something this season.
No, what did he say? What did he say? What did he say?
We're either winning the Champions League or winning the Premier League. One of the things we're living something. We are living in something, I'm telling you.
What gives you that chest?
When you jump,
there's no chest. It's watery chest. The chest is so watery.
No. Look. Right now, I'm saying this to many people. A lot of people are laughing right now because they're looking at it saying this. I'm telling you, this league is not over. And you know what the funny thing is? I don't know which channel. Well, look, I don't know which channel I was in when I was the only one on the panel who told people this Liverpool thing is not going to last. The league is not over. They're not going to walk shit. People are like, but they're going to click. I was like, what if they don't click? Look at this. We flipped now. Arsenal are just 6 points above, and now we are twerking. Oh, it's over. No way. I'm telling you this. We are living with something.
Arsenal have left.
Bro.
Arsenal played pretty much all the big teams, right? If I'm not mistaken.
We're 6 points above anyone that matters.
Arsenal has played. Yeah.
United.
They played United, Liverpool at Anfield. They played City. They played
a lot of big games already,
bro.
We started the first run was a terrible start. Like we played a lot of big teams. We're about to enter a bummy run. This is what we're about to enter a nice stream of bummy teams. I'm buzzing with it.
You know what? Don't say that about the Prem. It's them bummy runs that get you.
No. But those bummy runs is Newcastle, West Ham, Fulham. They always leave with something. Those teams are bummy bogeys. They're gone now. We played them.
So City's beat who? Burnley. Brentford.
This is what I'm saying, but this is what I'm explaining to people.
You beat us when we were still trash, and
these teams that are telling me they're clicking, they ain't beat no one.
You haven't beat anybody.
They ain't beat no one.
Patrick, you can be 9 points or 10 points behind Arsenal by the time you play Liverpool. Are you realizing what is going on?
Wait. Can I ask you? What should I be afraid of?
I mean, Arsenal.
Bournemouth.
No, Bournemouth I am, but I'm saying I would like.
You should be afraid of Bournemouth. You play Bournemouth next. You should be afraid of Bournemouth.
I'm afraid of Bournemouth.
Wait. So you're saying I should be afraid if Arsenal go 9 points above? Arsenal.
Yes.
No, I ain't.
Arsenal's on.
Your next 3 Prem games is Bournemouth, Newcastle, and Liverpool, brother.
Oh, that's dark. That's dark.
That's a horrible three.
Not a good run.
That's a horrible run.
That's
Those
9
three
points.
games are horror. You might
That's
be 18.
That's 9 points.
And then you've got Fulham and Leeds.
Don't take the piss now.
I'm
Don't take
not.
the piss. Don't take the piss now and say it's 9 points.
Okay, more.
And then you've got Sunderland.
You're not gonna tell me here. You're not gonna sit here and tell me you're guaranteed to win against Wolves.
Okay, can I ask you something? Can I ask you something more?
Ask
Can I ask
away.
you something more?
Your next 6 games are tough games.
Liverpool come to the Etihad. Is that 3 points for City?
Probably not.
I think it is.
I'm not sure it is, man.
I think
I'm not sure.
In by this philosophy, so I use this a lot, even with when I talk about United. You never want to play teams like Liverpool when they're in bad form when they're coming up against a team because at some point they need to win, so they're going to be desperate. Like you don't want to be the thing that kickstarts their season. You don't want to be the guy exactly. So when we played you, so that's what happened when we played City. You had just lost. I can't remember who'd you lose to before you played us. I'm gonna look it up right now so I don't get this wrong. Because you had just lost to Brighton. And I told everybody, we're gonna lose to City now. Because what happened? You were pissed off. You got your backs up. You're ready to handle business. That's probably what's going to happen to Liverpool when you face them. I'm not going to say they're going to win, but I think they're going to at least leave with a draw. So you've got Liverpool probably going to leave with a draw. Newcastle could be a draw because Newcastle.
I don't think
Newcastle away is a very difficult.
Newcastle away, you're going to park. They're going to
very difficult place.
They're going to park the bus against you. They're going to try and nick their one goal.
Defensively, they're very difficult.
Football. That's what they're going to do.
Ultimate is going to link John Stones. It could be a sad day.
So you have 3. I think it's kind of.
You got tough games, man.
You're not leaving with the Premier League. That's what you're leaving.
You got your next 6 games. They're all in the top. They're all in the top 10, I think.
Yeah, but should I be afraid though? I'm not.
Yes. What does that mean?
What else is scoring goals?
You've lost 3 games already.
Goals. You got one player scoring goals. I get it; he's the best in the world. But you have one player scoring goals. You went from a team whose whole strength was around everybody scoring goals. It wasn't around that you brought in Holland. It worked. You made it.
I think very soon, especially
not scoring goals anytime soon.
You got big Champions League fixtures in around that as well. You got Real Madrid in there.
I can't lie, though. We are underestimating their attack. Like I get it. It's Haaland that's only put up numbers in the league, but let's not forget Marmoush can get you goals.
That's what I'm saying. Marmoush is on the bench.
He ain't playing though.
But they've not been available. And don't get me wrong, Cherky's now been available, and Pep's doing the weird thing where he's not trusting the player. When clearly Cherky,
Marmoush has been on the bench for the last 2 games.
These guys are coming back from injury, right? So eventually, once they get trusted, which Pep will have to trust them, they can get goals.
But he might be doing one of them weird things.
I'm gonna tell you, answer. Marmoush is not bailing them out, bro. The guy that I'm looking at to bail them out is Phil Foden.
Foden's been there.
Phil Foden is the one that has to bail them out.
There you go, ads, bro. There you go, bro.
Foden, not Marmoush ain't bailing anybody out, bro. Marmoush ain't bailing anybody out.
Bernardo Silva needs to up it. They all there's a lot of players in there that
Bernardo's done, bro. Like what we do,
they're all hiding behind Haaland, man. There's a lot of players in there that need to get out of there that are hiding behind Haaland. I'm telling you now, you're not even seeing how bad you are because of Haaland. Like he is. Do you remember when Arsenal had Van Persie, and he was booting off and we stunk, but he would score and he would cover up like what we were doing. I'm telling you now, this is the same thing. You've got a lot of men in there that don't belong in that team, bro. I'm telling you. Bro.
I think for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's overexcitement in the Prem, and this overexcitement I've seen it so many times. I'm telling you this, and I you know what?
What he's talking about?
Do you know what? You know what? It's good. I'm gonna keep this stream. I'll keep this stream especially for myself. You have to remember this. I'll come back more in December. This overexcitement will be over soon. And I'm telling you, it's either going to be Liverpool or any other team. Again, it's going to flip. You might never know. It might be United at that top at that point in time of Chelsea. What I'm telling you is, look. I know Premier League fans, and I'm one of them. But somebody else one time brought me back to earth. I remember when Chelsea were with Tuchel, and they were top of the table, and it was going to December. Guess what? I made a video on my channel saying it's over. This Chelsea team, they've just beaten us in the Champions League. They won the Champions League. Now Tuchel is on top of the table. One of the guys who I respect is very rational. He's like, chill. Premier League fans, we get too excited. Because if I go back to the streams just weeks ago, Everybody was saying it's over. Liverpool are gonna walk this. It's blind. It's so over. Nobody else is good. Now, it's Arsenal. I'm telling you, this Arsenal team will have its own time too, and they'll go out of that top of the table.
You lost 9 games last year. Like, this isn't a new thing. It's not like it's not. This isn't a new thing that's been concepted. You weren't good last year either.
Can I say something to you then? Let me say something. The same thing you've said to me. You haven't won the league in a long time. You've finished second. This isn't a new thing. Ha ha ha. You see,
I'll explain. I'll tell you why what you said makes no sense. We are ascending. You are descending.
Yeah, but you've always ascended.
You've
always. Yeah,
when have we ascended? When has that ever happened?
Let me explain.
No,
you haven't. When you started, let me finish for you. When you started competing with City, you were ascending. You were on top. You're on fire. There was a point in time in January. Yeah.
No. You're miles off it, bro. You're miles off it, and you're clutching, and you're trying to talk about Arsenal.
You have been
talk about Man
for 3
City.
years,
Focus on your club, big man, and you are descending. And
but you've been ascending for 3 years.
Do you know what I just hope? I hope you turn up to the glory hunt at the beginning of the winning, rather than like in the last 2 years. I hope you didn't turn up in the last 2 years, so you didn't really get the wins.
Look,
that's what I hope.
The thing about it is, Arsenal have been doing this for the past 3 seasons, but you still haven't won.
Why are you talking about Arsenal when we're talking about Man City?
Yeah, because you told me that you
stop deflecting.
Okay, look, you gave an example.
We're not doing deflecting.
You gave an
example. Stick to Man City.
You gave an example.
Stop deflecting.
Okay, let me finish then. You gave an example saying that, but this happened to you last year. But I can say the same thing to you. You were on top.
No, because the topic is Man City. Why are you talking about Arsenal?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying the teams are not the same. That City team and this City team are not the same.
No, last year you lost 9 times and you got 8 draws.
Hold on, let's pause on that. He just said the teams are not the same. You are correct. Your City team is nowhere near, like, they're not the same. The City team that we currently look at, and I'm just going to go down the list, like Adoku, who's a great dribbler.
Yeah, and it's younger. It's younger.
Okay, I'm going to go. You've got Marmoush, who hasn't played a lot this season. He was decent last year, but again, not going to save you. You've got Nico Gonzalez, who I don't even know why you bought him because you barely played him. You've got Savinho, You finally started to play Savinho, but he wanted out in the summer. Bernardo Silva's been wanting out. Foden, I listen. I understand why a lot of the English fans, because I like England, I support them when the World Cup comes. I get why people stay on Foden because they need him to be good for England. I get it. It's really a big part of it. Why people are like, "Yo, Foden, this and that," because you need Foden to be good for England, but he has not been good for City for a long time. He had his great year, and then since then he hasn't been great. He had a purple patch. Like, I look at it when I talk about my own team. Rashford does what Foden does, and he gets destroyed. He has a great season, bad season, and it's like, this guy is trash. He's shit. He's the worst.
Rashford is a baller.
We know what that is, though. We know what that is.
But I'm saying, we do know exactly. But I'm just trying to. I'm putting into perspective the fact that this Foden dude is done.
Stop telling me about Foden's personal issues, bro. Then take him out the team, bro. Take him out the team, bro. Every footballer's got a personal.
Now we go back to it. You're spying your team. Ruben Diaz, who I used to really rate. Guardiola, who's getting subbed in and out. Your O'Reilly. Pep just seems, and Sappy said it a bit ago, and it was a lot of people went at him for this. And I'm not saying the way he said it was right, but I get what he was saying. He was like, I think Pep is washed. Not washed as a good manager, just like the decisions he started to make, they get questionable and more questionable and more questionable each time out. And you start wondering, like, is this the same manager who has it in him to go on and win everything? Which I don't think he is. That's what he means by watch. He's giving him the credit of saying Pep is no longer that manager you look at and go, I'm so scared of this dude winning everything with the team he has in front of him, because it seems like he doesn't know how to use the teams he has. It just seems that way. He seems to just stick to the players he likes. He sticks to the players he knows. He's lost a bunch of the players he likes, and now he can't really figure out who he does like. It's just what it seems like. That's, to be completely honest, like
I just feel like, and this is just me, I just feel like people are overreactionary. Like, look, at the end of the day, it hasn't been the same silky City or the same silky Pep, but I just feel like this.
Did you say silky?
Yeah, silky, You know what I'm gonna say. I just feel like people are too reactionary with the Prem, especially these particular recent days.
How is this reactionary?
Because
this is the second year you stink.
We don't stink,
and you're losing big. You've lost a lot of important players. So it's not reactionary. You've lost a lot. You've lost a lot of good, like top level players. I know. Did a lot. So that's not reactionary.
Yeah, but
you've lost them and you've replaced them with people that stink. That's not reactionary.
I don't think they stink. I don't think Gyökeres stinks. I don't think
you ain't seen him. How can you say they don't stink and you've barely seen them?
You
hope they don't stink.
I think people are being reactionary, and I think by December we'll see something different. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, you hope. But right now it don't look like that. It doesn't look like that. You stink. Look at your. Okay, let's talk about what you've lost. Yeah, because I actually want to go. You see people like Maresca.
And before you do that, can I just do something? Big up Tyler. Thank you so much for dropping the good donation. I appreciate you, Tyler, so much. I'm sick and tired. Day off work. Don't at me with your bullshit. Hi Mo. Hi Tyler. Liverpool fan, guys. We're giving up. That's Liverpool fan right there. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate the donation and the support. We'll come to Liverpool when Ram is here, but that's a different story. Appreciate you so much. Go ahead. What were you gonna go through the games?
No. I just want to go through like 5 players. You've lost the leaders in your dressing room. You've lost Gundogan, Kyle Walker, KDB, Edison, Mahrez in the space of about 2-3 windows. And I haven't even gone through all of them.
I would have put
the ones that came up.
I don't think I would put Kyle Walker in there. He's only a leader. Bringing guys to the whole
Kyle Walker is a gigantic player for Man City, brother.
Yeah, but when I think about leaders, I don't. The shit that Kyle Walker was getting a lot of these guys into.
We're not going to debate whether Kyle Walker is a big player for Man City. We're not.
He's a big player, but I don't know if he was a big leader for them. Yeah, I think he was a bad influence on half.
He would be one of the leaders of that dressing room, bro.
I think he was a bad influence in that dressing room. Personally, that's just
we can't say Kyle Walker wasn't a massive player for Man City, brother. Come on,
he was a massive player. He's a massive player.
Let me Gundogan, KDB, Rodri.
Can I stop and ask a question here that is relevant? Everyone in the chat and Paz and Cam say they are stinky. They are stinky compared.
I don't think they're not as good as they used to.
Yeah, compared to Man City standards.
No, I don't care about Man City standards. Man City are not playing against Man City. Man City are playing against the rest of the league. That's what Patrick is trying to say. Man City are not playing against Man City or the triple winning Man City. Man City are not playing against 99-point Liverpool. Man City playing against the current league, right? So if people talk about Man City today versus the rest of the league, where would you rank them? Are they better than... Let me just rank the teams for you guys. I'm going to come to the top team. Are they better than Man United?
I mean,
I hope so, man. I really hope so.
I really hope so.
What did you say?
I really hope so. I hope so. I really hope so.
Okay, hold on. Are they better than Man United?
At the moment,
yes,
I would say they have a better team.
Are they better than Liverpool?
Yeah.
Right now, yes.
Not on paper.
Are they better than Chelsea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody think anyone else in the league will be? Are they better than Spurs?
Yeah.
If you're to bet today, who's gonna? If you forget Arsenal, if you bet today, who's gonna challenge City or Spurs? Who would you choose?
Of course,
City.
But I can only. That's on.
I'm stating the obvious, correct? I'm stating the obvious, correct? Everyone now is stuttering. Everyone now is stuttering.
Let me say something. I'm not stuttering.
Yeah, but you're talking about on
We're having a good conversation. We're having a good conversation.
Let me
finish the conversation.
The safe answer would be to say they're the second best, but like they're just not playing.
I'm not stuttering.
They're proving they're second best. They're proving it.
Guys,
they're
are they better than
statistically they're
Chelsea?
fifth.
Are they better than Chelsea?
Currently, yes.
Yeah, right now as it shows.
Not right now. Don't tell me. What Patrick is talking about is not the table today. What Patrick is talking about is the table will flip. It might not be Arsenal flipping, but the table how it looks like. Okay, no one is going to tell me that Chelsea are going to finish. No one is going to tell me that Chelsea are going to finish 9th and Liverpool are going to finish 7th, right?
No. Okay,
are we establishing this or we're not?
No.
Like
okay,
Chelsea
so
aren't finishing 9th, guys.
Spurs look good defensively, man.
No, you're being disingenuous.
How am I being disingenuous?
I agree with that.
Because at the end of the day, when a team
we cannot say today City.
You're simplifying something that's more complex.
So listen, when United started to fall off, 10 years ago or whatever, we weren't comparing United to the rest of the league. You're like where you were at. You have to, when a team raises its levels, the way they were fucking 4-peater. Like, I'm sorry, when you raise,
but I'm not comparing. But they're not competing against that team, Cam.
But you can't move the goalposts and put your own goalposts in and then say you're wrong. You can't do that.
When a team, let me finish.
Yeah,
Mo, let me finish because I'm pretty sure you're one of the people. Maybe I'm wrong. You're one of the people who say Pep's the best manager of all time. I'm pretty sure you're one of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the league.
No, in general, you say like of all time.
No, one of the best.
Okay. So when you have that same man and he's raised the standards to a certain level, and you still have the best striker in the world, you still have good players around you. You can't just all of a sudden be like, oh well, we're going to compare these motherfuckers to Bournemouth. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like Bournemouth is playing better this year for sure. Like on paper, they're having a better season in a sense, but City is still have to be, in my opinion, you can't look at City against Spurs this year or whatever. You got to look at the City team against their past team that just because they're still in that era.
No, you shouldn't. No,
you still kind of do. You can't.
No,
just,
you shouldn't.
Like, oh,
I disagree.
Well, you know what?
If Arsenal today, what are we comparing Arsenal to? Are we comparing Arsenal to Centurion City to win the league? Arsenal this season, they don't have to beat Centurion City. They don't have to beat triple season City. They don't have to beat 99 points Liverpool. All they have to beat Arsenal this season is this season teams, not last season's teams. So I'm comparing City to what is currently in the Premier League.
With you saying, okay, if you're saying that, then you have to look at what the league is at. And right now they're 5th. So technically they're the 5th best team.
So now, so I want to ask you, you think City are the 5th best team in the league?
Using your logic,
So I want you to say with straight face to the people in the chat, I think City are the 5th best team in the league.
The what?
The 5th best.
You want me? I'm not
because that's what you're claiming, right?
No, I'm saying with the logic you're bringing to the table,
not my logic.
I would have to say that. I don't think that.
Because
I think on paper, what I think on paper and what is the reality of how it's going is different. So, like, for example,
I don't think you guys are getting it.
I think Chelsea, who's in 9th, is a better squad than Sunderland, who's in 4th.
Hold on. Exactly. That's why. Okay, hold on.
But that's not how the league ends.
And that's not. Bournemouth are not finishing 2nd.
Was Man United the 17th best squad last year?
But they were the 15th best team in the league.
You're moving the goalpost now because last year
you gotta let me respond.
You
cannot dictate the conversation. You have to let me respond. You have to let me respond.
Okay. Answer the question.
You have to let me respond. Over 38 games last season, we had the conclusion already. Liverpool were the best team with all the circumstances that happened. Chelsea were the 4th best team. Man United, over 38 games, we already had the conclusion. There's already hindsight is already there. I already lived 38 games, and Man United were the 15th best team in the league. Is it wrong to say that? Absolutely not.
No, it's not.
You're moving the goalpost. You're moving the goalpost, bro.
I'm not moving the goalpost. I don't think you're understanding.
I understand what you're saying. It's just that you're moving the goalposts.
No. I actually think, Paz, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but you don't want to admit it. Today's table, I'm going to tell you, today's table does not reflect what we think where the teams are going to end. I'm going to ask you a straight question.
It's 9 games in. It's 9 games in.
That's cool to say.
I'm going to ask you a question, simple. Do you think Chelsea will finish 9th?
With them, you never.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no.
Honestly, with that, I would hope not. Like with the squad, they shouldn't. But if you ask me, hold on. If you ask me,
he doesn't want to answer. He doesn't want to answer.
No. You want my answer. You want my answer to be short, but I'm gonna give you a basis for my answer because I could say, I think Chelsea are gonna finish 4th or whatever. But if you asked me if Spurs and Man U were going to finish where they were last year, I'd be like, you're miles off it. I would have told you you're stupid. I would have told you you're
100%.
stupid last year.
And I would agree with
the
you.
The reality is, the only
you.
thing I have to go off is these 9 games. People want me to predict the future when anything can happen.
There's a bigger sample size than 9 games, though.
Are we now analyzing? Are we now making
injuries? We don't know.
Let us talk. Are we now making full-on conclusions about everyone in the league?
No, I'm telling you how Man City look. Not how their season is going to end. I'm telling you right now, they look stinky. That's it. I'm not telling you they're going to stink for 38 games. I'm telling you after 9 games, they stink. That's it.
Okay, watch this. In 2025 table, Man City are still second. 2025. So based on that sample size in a whole year that is coming to an end.
Put that table back up. Put that back up.
No, that's not a new table. That's an old table.
The wrong table, bro. I noticed right away because I was like,
let me get that. I was sent this by somebody, so let me make sure. Fact check. VAR. Let's go.
It's wrong because United are top 4. Pretty sure.
That's 2025. The 20 tables were just 2025.
So if that is the right table, calendar year. Here you go. Calendar year 2025. I just checked it in transfer market. That is the correct table.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's a screen. I can share.
They had Villa too high.
I can share my screen.
No. That's the current Premier League table. The table he just showed you was 2025, the calendar year.
The calendar year table.
No, he's right. That's right.
I don't understand that.
Or check. It's a correct table. The table is correct. So Man City,
but not this season.
And by the way, wasn't the stinky Man City 8 games undefeated until today? That's stinky Man City.
That's why it's
saying
to me. It's not
all I'm saying is, look, I get it.
When I watch Man City, I just think it stinks.
That's because you look at them through rose-tinted glasses because they were the Centurions team, it was the treble team. We get it. They've fallen off from there.
How can you tell me the way I'm looking at it?
Let me land because I've listened to a lot of waffle right now so far on your show, right? I've listened to
you're waffling, telling me how I'm looking at it. No, speak about your opinion. Don't talk about my opinion. You can't tell me what.
I'm gonna rebuttal your opinion. Right? I'm gonna rebuttal your opinion. For me, they're not stinky, right? Based on what we're seeing in this current league, they've shown it over 2025. Yes, they've not been to their normal level, their best level, but they're still getting pretty decent points. If they win their game in hand, then they're only 1 point off what Arsenal have done this calendar year. Arsenal have started the season off great. They're amazing. I would love to talk about how good Arsenal are because I actually have a lot of good things to talk about with Arsenal. But with City, yes, they're relying on Haaland, but they still have other pieces that can be introduced to make this team better. Again, Doherty started the season off amazing, so I don't know what Pep is doing, not utilizing him more. Shirky's going to come back and add something. For me, Marmoush can get you goals as well. So for me, City rubbing them out of the title race like this early on, saying they're stinky, they got no chance. For me, it's a bit too much.
Never said any of that. I said right now, from what I see with my eyeballs when I watch them, I think it stinks. That's all. We can add on 50 words to my statement. We can add on 90 more statements onto my statement. But the reality is, my statement is when I watch City, it looks.
Can I ask you a simple question? There? In February, for me, which is when the title race actually starts, how big of a gap do you think you'll have between yourself and City?
I honestly couldn't tell you because City can turn around tomorrow and make it not stink. Pep's done that before. I'm not telling you but I'm not even telling you they're not going to win the league, bro. I'm just telling you. That's the only thing I'm telling you is the 9 games that I've seen. I don't think they look good. That is not good enough for Man City or title challenging standards, bro. That is all I'm saying. Of the 9 games I've seen this year after preseason in the Premier League, I don't think it looks good, bro.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Mo. Am I allowed to pivot to Arsenal here? Because you're telling me that you're not.
We all want to pivot to Arsenal.
No, but I don't want to pivot to Arsenal because I want to speak Man United and Chelsea first because I know that the Arsenal thing will be a little bit longer.
People always want to get onto. People always want to get. Why can't I talk about another team without I come back to Arsenal, bro? Why can't I just get on?
Listen, we have probably 70% of this chat currently are Arsenal fans. I'm telling you this from now. 70 or more are Arsenal fans because Arsenal are on the high now. They're winning and everything.
Amazing weekend,
right? But I'm telling you,
you're right with ads, buddy.
I'm gonna tell you, they don't mind talking about Chelsea and Man United. People in the chat. It's a yes or no question. Should we talk about Arsenal or you should talk about Chelsea or Man United? Just one club. Just one club, people in the chat. Everyone in the chat. There's over 500 people here. Can we get one club name to talk about? Chelsea or Man United? One club.
I've seen a lot of Arsenal in the chat.
Why are we always talking about Arsenal, bro? Like, is there, bro? There's,
there's
19 other clubs, bro. There's 19 other
clubs. We don't want to talk about the favorites for the Premier League, though.
A lot of United.
Why should we talk about the best young and up and coming potential world class young team, Chelsea, bro? Why are we never talking about that?
Bournemouth, bro.
Why are we never talking about the greatest right back, centre mid, left wing striker, number 10, Reece James? Why are we never talking about my man? Why are we always talking about Arsenal? I want to talk about the greatest, youngest, most potential Premier League side, greatest, youngest, best team ever, bro. Why are we never talking about them?
Let's make it a Chelsea segment. I don't mind. I'm here.
Yeah, man, we got bears to talk. That's what I'm saying, man.
You might want to ask away, man.
I just want to know. I just also want to know, like what's going on over there? Like, were we happy with what? Let's start with, are we happy with how it's going? That's how I want to set this.
I'm curious.
Are we happy with how it's going?
Bro, you're gonna host this fucking show. This guy has energy for everyone, bro.
That's fine.
I just want to know if we're happy. That's it. I've got no statement. I just want to know if we're happy, bro. That's
more. Do you know who Paz reminds me of?
Bro. Can he answer his question, please?
No.
It's Chelsea segment. I want it for a Chelsea guy.
Do you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Mons. Weeks ago, Mons was doing this on streams. He was coming and just saying, "Okay, let's talk about this guy. I'm on top. Let's talk about this guy."
Yeah, but they're not gonna.
I just want to know if you feel. Do you feel in charge, bro? That's all I want to know. How do you feel?
So how do I feel?
Yeah, that's all, bro.
Right
I'm
now,
not even, I promise you, I'm not on
generational. This is generational.
I've seen my team 4 games winning run.
Can I hear from the Chelsea? I can't hear him.
Let me talk, right? So again, I've just seen my team's 4-game winning run come to an end in very bad circumstances against Sunderland, right? So I'm not going to overly panic. Is it a great situation? No. Again, have I spoken about, why we haven't built the conditions to actually be ready to win a league title? I've spoken about that. Do I think we can compete and win a league title? It's possible. Again, I feel like we still have the players to do it. The loss against Sunderland doesn't just change that overnight. However, of course, with injuries, with obviously the lack of experience at times, how we didn't address centre-back, which again was a big issue because Sunderland are a good team. They gave us a good game, right? And obviously we had the game midweek, which needs to show that we can actually play midweek in the Champions League and then beat decent teams. Sunderland are a very decent team in the Premier League right now. They've proven that. However, we limited them to very few chances in that game. Again, second half, they only had like 3 decent attacks. One of them actually did great to defend 1v1, but then we go and take off our best defender on the day for some reason. Lord knows why, when he's the best at defending transition. Maresca, what he was doing, I don't know. We bring on Tots in there, and then
you're referring to that
goal that they scored to win the game, which was a fucking dagger to the heart, right? Like, we have a 2v1 situation, but Chalobah decides to make it a 1v1 situation and not get involved, and then we let them score. And it was very frustrating that we let them score. But just to that point, again, they had very little ones scored. We had so many attacks second half, but how many good saves did we force from the keeper? How many times did we hit the post? How many times did we just have an epic goal wide? Very few. And that's why it was very disappointing, very lackluster. A lot of the same bullshit that I've been seeing for a lot of the season, which is very disappointing. But again, I'm not going to go on act like, the season's over, we're in crisis. Far from it. We just had a 4-game winning run, and we have decent fixtures coming up as well that we can get this back. So I'm chilling, to be honest.
I'm not going to lie. I'm just happy. Like, I get it. Garnacho's not playing terrible for you guys. He's not playing.
No, he is terrible. He is terrible.
Okay. I was getting there. I was just he's not playing terrible for you guys, but like he's not what everybody.
It shook me a bit. You kept it so real there. It honestly shook me a bit. It took me back a bit.
That's like said it like he's bro, the guy is like, he has a lot to say about him.
No,
This guy. On stream.
Because when that deal happened, I remember I was telling everybody, like my boy Flawless, everybody, I was like, we got to sell him for minimum 40, and when we do, it'll be like the best deal of all. And then I had people like Chaz and Don being like, "Oh, it's just because United, it's a get over there. Players come out of United and they all do better. Don't worry, he's gonna come to
not when they go to the Prem. They don't. Not when they go.
And I was sitting there going, and I'm like, how? I don't. First off, you went and got kittens. Cool. Well, you've got Quinn. You've got all of these players playing the same. They're all kind of similar. And
Esteval, though.
You never Esteval's nasty. I got nothing.
Esteval. Estevo, you've got
have that many young players on one side, basically. I get it. Like, it's supposed to be thrown in a cage match. It's supposed to be the whole Joker pool stick thing. But at some point, you need proper runs of game with those players, and bringing in a Garnacho to add to that made no sense to me. It made no sense to me.
The whole summer. And listen, I've been in your shoes. Like, I know what it's like to sell somebody like a dodgy product. Again, I've told many to Arsenal, whether it was Willian, Sterling.
Yeah, we got plenty of you.
When you saw us Garnacho, my heart sank because, again, the project was meant to be signing, quality young players that you can upskill, right? And again, obviously, we went and sold Noni,
out the Madawaki thing.
We went and sold Noni, right? Who, again, I was okay with selling if we were going to sign better than him, but we signed guys who were almost at the same level, if not need the same time that Noni needed to get to a certain level with us. So now we need to start from scratch with Gittins.
I think they're all worse.
For me, his ability's dead. And again, we're signing a guy who's going to naturally strop when he comes off the pitch. This guy grew up watching like at least 7 Ronaldo comps every day, bro. Like at least daily, bro. Watching 7 or 8 Ronaldo comps, thinking he's Ronaldo. And listen, that's cool for confidence, but his ability is meaty. And the goal was nice. I will actually give him credit. The goal was nice, but
what killed me was the celebration. You don't use that celebration in that type of game too.
You know what's mad though? The fact you're Argentinian and you're
I'm
suing
here, guys. I'm here. I'm here. And then what did he do for the rest of the game? Absolutely.
It's dark.
Guys, I actually analyzed this with Hussam yesterday, and I wanted to present this to the panel. Garnacho scored yesterday in a situation that is not sustainable for Chelsea. And the reason why, Chelsea as a football team are always, the plan is to be on the front foot, to be like Arsenal, to be like City, to be like Liverpool, which is there's not a lot of spaces to run. The way he scored yesterday was in the transition. 30 yards to run into. He had like a lot of spaces to run into the defender. Maresca actually likes the ball to feet. He likes ball position plan. That's why, by the way, Chelsea last season were second in ball position in the league, actually under Maresca. So that is not sustainable. He might not get this space again for Chelsea for the rest of his career. Like you watch Saka doesn't get spaces to run into like this. What happened? You don't. Like for City, Doku has to dribble people like 5 yards, not 30 yards to run into, not a step over and then push the ball.
They do well to put him in isolation.
Can I touch on that?
But that is what people said. Chelsea, with the way they played yesterday, Garnacho scored great. Step over, yes. Bro. You can do that, bro, at Nottingham Forest. You will get plenty of chances to do this at Forest. You get plenty of chances to do this at Wolves. You won't get that much space at Man United. You won't get that much space at Chelsea.
Well, like Chelsea are on the front foot. Season. But again, just to your point, right, again, because you mentioned possession, and possession is a big thing that I wanted to actually talk about with this team, right? Because whenever we average like above 65% possession, our winning percentage is like 20%. It's horrible. Like we don't win games when we have a lot of possession.
Now you got to ask the coaches questions then.
And for me, I don't think it's the coach. I think it's your players.
No. Again, the root issue of the club obviously is that the directors and how we assemble the squad is not assembled right. But again, I don't want to just focus on that because it's boring. We can talk about the players and the manager who are actually here and can change things. Because for me, again, I stick by saying there's enough here to get more out of this team. But Maresca and his tactics, for me, they need to be updated because you can't play this slow possession football and then be spamming crosses against Sunderland. Again, we haven't got Gabriel, Gyökeres, and all these big guys in the box. No, we're crossing it into Garnacho, 5'5" Cucurella. It doesn't make sense. And if you're going to be playing that kind of football with these technical players, I want to see combinations around the box. I want to see overlapping fullbacks. I want to see triangles in places where it matters, and then not be afraid to lose the ball in and around the box and counter press. Don't just spam crosses into 6'6" Sunderland defenders, and then of course we're going to be giving out transitions against that. So for me,
can I ask questions for it, guys? I'm going to ask some questions that I asked another Chelsea fan. I'm not going to actually say who. I think Paz was us on that panel, if I'm not remember. Who would you rather have, ads? Complete honesty. You can answer however you want to answer. Estevao Neto or Saka Madueke?
I really don't rate Neto that highly, so I would actually have to take Saka and Noni.
So, and Delap and João Pedro or Gyökeres and Havertz?
Delap, João Pedro.
Garnacho, Gittins or Martinelli, Trossard?
Oh god, that is so mid. Oh wow.
Martinelli, bro.
It's a wash. I can't even lie. But Martinelli's looking good this season, but he's looking bad previously.
50-50 would say.
But Martinelli, you're suffering from the same thing that you were talking about with Garnacho. Like we used to have space in the transition. The next year, everyone said, "No, we're shutting up shop." and he's had to adapt, and I think he's doing better about it.
Yeah, and Gittins obviously had a high.
Reece James or Timber? Reece James. Let me just finish it. Reece James or Timber?
Reece James.
Cucurella or Calafiori?
It's close, but Cucurella is close.
And what about the midfield? Would you take your midfield or their midfield? Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer, or their midfield, whoever plays?
We obviously left out a certain position, so we'll hopefully we get to that. But yeah, I will take our midfield. Yeah.
The two center backs, definitely Arsenal. I'm not asking you because anybody that will say Chelsea will be mad. Like anybody that would say Chelsea, the three players that nobody, there's no debate about the two center backs and the goalkeeper. I can't debate that.
It's so clear because a lot of the other positions you mentioned. Again, if the Arsenal fan here said that I prefer Timber to Reece James, I'm not going to be that surprised by it. Fair enough.
Fair enough. My point about this is that
fair enough, but with the defense and goalkeeper, it's so far clear that that's league changing. That's what's going to make them title challenges and maybe win the league. And that's why we probably won't, as an analyst looking at it, we probably won't win the league because we haven't got centre backs and goalkeepers at that level.
I actually think your attack is mid. Man United, I'll take Man United attack over to you. I'll take Cisco and Buemo.
Man United have a very, I'd say they have a very good attack.
By the way, the three attackers are very good. They have a very good attack. 100%. New blood. They're not infected yet. There's no infestation in them. They haven't even infected with the culture yet. They're all coming from different clubs.
We haven't seen our first attack yet, though.
Which is Delap, Neto, and
no, not Neto. Delap, Palmer, João Pedro, Estevão. That's our first choice attack, and that can talk to United's attack.
And which one them play in the 10?
But that's fine.
It'll be either Pedro or Palmer in the 10.
I can't see.
It'll be Palmer or Estevão in the 10.
Okay, real quick.
Off the left, and then you have Delap up front.
This Palmer guy hasn't scored a goal in what? How long?
He hasn't played a game in what, bro? What are we doing?
But even when he played,
he slapped up Bayern Munich.
Outside the Club World Cup, he scored how many goals in the last 8 months?
Hardly played. He came on
guys, in the league, I think in the league in 2025. If I'm not, someone correct me if I'm wrong. He has one open play goal.
Like I don't
in the league. In the whole calendar year, by the way.
I go back to my guy Rashford.
He's an amazing player. He's a
great player. But he's a great player. But at the end of the day,
regardless of just
when I look at our attack, I mean, okay, well,
Palmer is a goal scorer as well.
Yeah, but
Palmer is a goal scorer.
Even at the start of that run where he had a horrible run at the beginning. His XG for chances created was among the best in Europe. He just had Jackson and Noni Madueke missing all the chances.
Actually, I actually had this argument and Hassan destroyed the argument because you actually went and calculated the chances he created. He actually only created in 2025 7 chances in the league. Only.
Just 7 chances or 7 big chances.
Seven. I think 7 big chances in the league in the second half, which is completely from January.
I just when I think about those two attacks, I think if I take Ahmad, Cunha, and Buemo and Sesko versus that, I still prefer our attack. I still think our attack's better.
No, I'd take my news on paper.
And I still think our attack's more proven. That's another thing. Like at the end of the day, I'm talking about players who we've seen do it, and now they come over to United and are doing it still. Like it's not like I'm not talking about just this year. I'm saying like we saw what Mbeumo did last year, and everybody was like, "Oh, when he goes to United, he's dead." Yeah, okay.
I'm also not sure about this Liam Delap.
Yeah, Man United. Me and Cam spoke about this. Man United signed 2 of the top 5 GA last season.
Yeah, Man United had a good window. Man United.
Simple. They went and said, "Who has the highest XG? Who has the highest GA in the league? You. Who's attainable? This guy and this guy." Come together.
I will forever be grateful to that Delap dude because that clown who was like, and I'm going to say it until I don't care. That dude who was like, I need to go play with the team who's in the Champions League, even though I'm coming from fucking a championship side. Thank God he didn't come to us because if we had signed Delap, we weren't going to sign him. So for me, thank you. That's all I can say to him.
Delap is better than your striker, though. So
Delap, is he better?
By the way, that is not proven yet.
I don't think so.
Oh, no. By the way, he's playing about proven again.
That is not proven. I can't full on say that statement yet. I can't.
If I'm being
real, you to say it. It's my opinion, right? And again, in terms of United,
okay.
Also, Mbeumo's proven. Even though Cunha just got his first goal, right? He's proven in the league. He's done great things for Wolves. Quality player.
But if you're watching him play,
Again, I get it. Esteval's not proven, even though we all see with our eyes.
No, but we have seen the talent on Esteval. We have seen the talent.
Listen,
I'm not gonna
nobody here has to rate the lap. I'm telling you, I rate the lap high.
I do.
I like Delap, bro. I like Delap. I think Delap, if he stayed fit, dude is gonna score buckets for you.
And as much as I like
Delap.
I like Esteval a lot, but on his day, Ahmad's just as good right now. I think on his day, like this is the thing. Ahmad has had games where people are like, "This dude's unplayable." He's had multiple.
Can I ask a question though? What is it that makes us think that Liam Delap is going to score buckets of goals?
Because when I watch him at Ipswich and I watch how Chelsea spam crosses like this, I think he's going to score. How strong he is, how he's very good. Like I think how he strikes the ball. I'm telling you. You asked me a question. I'm telling you how he strikes the ball, the movement in the box. The movement in the box, the strength, the sharpness in front of the goal. Where I've watched him against Ipswich, I think if Chelsea play that slow position and spam crosses, because fucking they spam crosses to Guiwi and João Pedro, that's not working, bro. Like if they do that for Delap, I think they're gonna score. I think.
And what is buckets of goals like
for me?
Okay, what would be if you got to end of the season? How much goals would you say is a good return for Liam Delap?
If he plays 30 games. For me, for Chelsea, between 15, 20 goals for him.
He's never done that ever.
But he only played one season at a very weak team that got relegated, Ipswich Town.
Where was his
opportunity? He didn't even do it in the champ though.
Do you know this
Delap
kid? Let me tell you something. This Delap kid is talented. Just be careful.
I'm not telling you he's not talented. I'm not telling you he's a bad. I haven't told you anything. All I've asked is what is the thing that makes us think that he's going to go and get 15, 20? That's it. Stop putting opinions in my mouth. I'm just asking questions, brother. I'm just asking questions.
I'm going to use the eye test versus stats because Sesko is his first year too, right? I just think when I look at Sesko play, and a lot of people have this doubt about him, he's actually really good in tight spaces.
I think he's very good. Sesko's feet.
Very good. Like he's got great feet. He's really good at holding the ball up. So for me, I'm sitting here being like, yes, at the moment, Delap scored 14 goals for a really shitty side. I get it, but he was not playing against low blocks. He was playing on in transition.
12 goals.
12 goals, but he was on a bad team. But he was playing against low block. He wasn't playing against low blocks. He was playing in transition. It was all kind of set up for him to score goals. Realistically, when you're a striker in those systems, if you're a good striker, you're going to score goals and you're going to get your move. That's what we see time and time again. That's how it works. When you play for these smaller teams, you get the space. And when you get to a bigger team and you don't get the space, that's when we find out who you are. Delap hasn't been able to prove it. So I'm not going to trash a dude who's been hurt the whole time. I will give him his time. But I'm saying from what I'm seeing from Sesko just now, based on their technical abilities, because I can judge that. I think Sesko has more in his locker than Delap does when it comes to actual hold-up play, when it comes to actual close control, which you need to break down low blocks.
What about finishing, though? What about finishing?
So finishing right now, it has to go to Delap because at the end of the day, Sesko his conversion rate's not the best. Hold on. Can I ask why does it have to go to to because I've seen Delap. I rate Delap as a finish. This is, again, I'm not biased. I keep it a buck. I rate Delap as a finisher. I think when Delap gets his chances, when he gets it put on his head, when it's him, when he gets those taps, like he's there. He's a fucking fox in the box. He's the definition of when he's in the box, he's around, he makes the right runs, and he finishes from what I remember when I watched him play.
And he connects well with other players. Have you noticed that?
Sesko has more goals in men's leagues than what Leon.
Yeah, but that doesn't. But again, this is the thing. But
he scored more than Delap every single year. So why do I just want to know what it is.
Okay, that's fine. He played in Salzburg. He was by far the best team in that league, right? And he played for Leipzig in a decent attack, right? Again. And again, I've seen this guy. Again, this guy technically is very good, right? But I've seen this guy in 1v1s consistently bottle it. You're like, what was the decision making? How's he put it 3-4 yards wide? Like with the lap, the technique is a lot cleaner when it comes to actually striking the ball and finishing 1v1s or finishing just outside the box. Whereas with Sesko, I see a lot of technical flaws when it comes to actually putting away chances, which again, that's the big one end when it comes to being a striker, bro. It's about how you put the ball in the back of the net.
But keep in mind,
he's a good player. I think Sesko is very good as a player.
There's a lot of really good finishers that don't score a lot of goals.
They just have different. For me, they have different skill sets.
Yeah,
I get to the position. You got to get to the position though.
But I do think Sesko.
Yeah, he will.
He eventually, if he gets that part of his game, then all of a sudden you're like, he's a much better player. That's the thing.
Are we calling 12 goals in a year Prem proven that?
It's not just the 12 goals.
If that's what we're saying, then cool. If we're saying that's Prem proven, then fine.
By the way, Jackson
asking questions, bro.
Jackson for Chelsea in the full season, but his first full season got, I think, 15, right? 15. So that's only 3 more for Chelsea. I know. So I'm just saying. By the way, we'll see what Gyökeres gets. We'll see what Sesko gets in their full seasons, buddy. We'll see what all these guys get. So,
you know what I'm deep here? As an Arsenal fan, I can't say nothing about no one else's team without man looking. Bro, stop looking at my house. We're talking about your yard.
I'm not gonna bring up Haaland, am I?
We're talking about your yard, bro. Why are you commenting on my front garden?
No, because you're talking about the lapsed 12 goals again. That's compared to what's around the league. So I'm like, okay, cool. We'll see what Sesko gets. We'll see what Gyökeres gets. We'll see what Isak gets or whoever, right? Cool. We'll see what these men get. But the lab getting 12 at Ipswich is nothing to sniff at.
Bro. Yeah, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying, wow, this guy's horrible. I'm just saying, like, people are talking about like 20s, like 12,
24, right?
Someone said 20. Someone said 20.
Mo said 20. I think 20 is from 20 from 30 games would be incredible. I don't think he's
gonna. I don't think he's gonna.
Delap is 22.
I don't think he's gonna get 20 because I don't think Delap is gonna be the starter for Chelsea week in, week out.
Yeah, that's
like Gyökeres for Arsenal, like Haaland. Like I believe that Sesko with time will be the week in, week out starter striker for Man United.
I'm just not sure. Liam
Chelsea don't have
goals in Havertz, bro.
Here's the problem with Chelsea. Here's the problem with Chelsea. There is an urge at Chelsea to actually play everyone because of the asset. They need to play every asset at the team to actually conserve the value of their assets. That is very apparent. They need to rotate. They need to play everyone. And that's why you will see, for example, Gittins played very well against Ajax. Why did Garnacho start? There is no reason for him to start Garnacho. Estevao played very well. You could have started Estevao. It's all about the assets at Chelsea. I can see it. And I know that some of the Chelsea fans see that. It's all about rotating the assets. And it's all about the value of everyone at the team.
The lineups were picked a week in advance, bro. And again, that's why I always say, like,
I am telling you, and it's not coming from Maresca only. There is a hierarchy that tell him, you cannot bench this, and this guy's not, we don't want this guy. This guy needs to play. We invested this much money. The value need to go up. We saw it. We see it at Chelsea weekend. That's why I think the rotation happens at Chelsea, and it will affect the team because we know that having a C11 is how teams get consistency. City clicked when there's only one change that will happen between one game and the other in the triple season in the second half. Just one change. Arsenal did the same in the season, in 2 seasons ago when they clicked in the last like 18 games of the season. We know that Liverpool did it. Chelsea, that model of chopping and changing every week because of the assets might not work and might not give stability because we know that people get used to each other. The right back gets used to the foot, to the winger. The midfielders get used to how people move. Right, and I think that will hurt Chelsea. That is my opinion. I think it will hurt Chelsea.
I agree that
massively, by the way.
To manage, and of course there are mitigating circumstances. Given that we played the Club World Cup in the summer, right? That's something different that we've not really seen before. So we have to manage the fact that there's extra games with that. We also got to adapt now to playing Champions League football midweek, which is something that we've not proven that we can do. Is play midweek Champions League games and then come back on the weekend.
Can I tell you something truthfully, Ads? Last season, Arsenal played the same team week in, week out. The season before, Arsenal, the Champions League, reached the quarterfinal. And by the way, week in, week out, I mean, there's one change that happens in the champs. City in the triple season, every game, Tuesday, Sunday, same team. One change here, one change there because of tiredness. But it was one. Liverpool, the same. Like that notion that people think that we need to have 2 starting 11s for every competition. No. I saw Alex Ferguson. Alex Ferguson used to play the same team in the weekend, and then he would make one change, or he even would start the same. And he would actually start the same team on the midweek, and then at the minute 55, 60, he would make a sub because players are tired.
Oh, cool, bro. Really? I agree. Again, I raised that point to say that these players need to prove that they can actually do it to a good level. Because again, I saw Chelsea win the league with Conte when we had 1 game a week and players look excellent. But then we had Champions League the following season and players like Marcos Alonso all of a sudden look rubbish. They couldn't play that football 2 games in a week. So I'm saying
that's Antonio Conte, not Chelsea.
My point is your right. The likes of Arsenal with Saka and whoever else have proved that they can do it two games in a row, right? Midweek, whatever. I'm saying that our players now need to go and prove that. And so far, after the Bayern Munich game, we lost to Man United, but again, mitigating circumstances, 10 men, whatever, right? This next game, after playing after Champions League game, we lost against Sunderland. The only other game was the Benfica game, which we won, and then we ended up beating Liverpool as well. But they obviously played in the Champions League as well. So again, for me, we just got to go.
Your next games are Spurs away. I want to move on from Chelsea. Spurs away.
Yeah, calm.
Spurs are very resilient. You might not win that game. Very resilient.
We're gonna win that, bro. It's 3-point lane for a reason, but we always win that. And their home form is dead.
I'm gonna clip this.
Thomas Frank, though.
Hey, Thomas Frank, long throws and free kicks and all this stuff. Bro, it's long.
Our upcoming games on paper actually aren't the worst, right? And again, this is why we need to step up. Again, I'm saying that we need to step up. And of course, we've got coming back.
I think they've conceded 1 goal.
The Liverpool's gonna play this midweek. Wednesday, he's gonna play this.
They've conceded 1 goal since Thomas Frank's come in. You know
what?
It's a tough gaff.
What do you mean 1 goal at home?
At home, they conceded 1.
No, because their home form is awful.
I think they've conceded 1 goal, bro.
I don't know. I need to check.
That can't be right.
What was Thomas Frank's first game?
First game.
What was Thomas Frank's first game for?
Actually, Spurs at home, guys, are 17th. They conceded 4 goals.
That's what I'm saying. But their home form is dead.
Yeah, but who's that under though? Hold on, let me see.
No, it's the same. Thomas Frank is taking over the summer. Stop. Let me do more. Let's talk about Manchester.
I'm mixing up Nottingham Forest.
Leave them alone because they have done really well. I'm not leaving them alone. I'm speaking about Man United.
United. You know what? This is what somebody warned me about this, and I was laughing. Somebody said, "Imagine if this United team low key just gels after getting a bit of motive and starts going, and people keep doubting them and they keep gelling because this Amorim guy." People call him a bum, but he's not a bum manager. Trust me, he's not a bad manager.
He's a stubborn.
Let me just ask this. What if this stubbornness of Amorim actually works the same way as
Can I do the next one? Can we talk about Bournemouth? If you tell us in the chat now that you think that Bournemouth are gonna be title contenders, I will absolutely happily talk about them. If you say that, I will happily talk about it. We can absolutely talk about it.
They're top 6 contenders, though.
Let me ask something to D.
100%, yes.
Do you think they're going to do a Leicester City, D? Do you think Bournemouth are going to do a Leicester City?
They're going to do it until December. Arne Slot sacked, and Liverpool are going to hire Iraola, and then Bournemouth's season is going to be over.
Do you remember Forest more last season? Forest was the same.
If Slot don't win against Villa, and don't win the next games, he might get sacked and they might hire Iraola.
He's not getting sacked, bro. He just won the league, bro.
Yeah.
He literally just won the league. He's not, bro. Liverpool are not sacking this guy.
Money in the bank.
Bro, he is not in. His job is not in danger, bro. They just let him spend 400 M's and he won the league just now.
He didn't spend any money. It's the club.
They are not firing this guy, bro.
Bro, there is sometimes. I know that you're so attached to your manager, not like the rest of us. I know that you're an Arsenal fan. We all know this. Clubs actually do stuff like this. We all do this, bro.
Liverpool are Arsenal. We're not just quick to sack stuff. Liverpool don't move like that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you something. Do you think Liverpool are guaranteed they're gonna win against Crystal Palace at home?
No.
A cup game, so they're not really care about
do you think they're gonna win against Villa, guys? Just to put in context, Villa have won the last 7 games, back to back.
Villa gonna beat them.
Is they gonna go to the Etihad?
I think they're gonna beat Villa.
Maybe not.
They're not losing all.
It depends.
If they lose all those games, he's still not getting sacked.
In the middle, okay. Liverpool play Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday against Real Madrid, then Sunday against Man City. I'm not saying they're gonna lose every game. But it's a pocket possibility they could actually get 1 draw or something.
That running is not. Don't get wrong. The running is
it's hard, bro. It's tough, bro. But Van Dijk and Konate high line against Vini and Mbappe is looking peak.
Oh no, it could be.
It's looking peak.
They're not going to sack like anytime that soon. I'll be real.
Liverpool. Name me a time Liverpool have done that. Like,
can I ask the panel something? Do you know how Liverpool this is what I'm trying to say. Arsenal fans right now, it's reached a point in time where certain Arsenal fans were like saying, no, I'm going to give an example to all the clubs. Arsenal fans, remember saying Arteta out? Right now, they're attached to him. Maresca right now, I think Chelsea fans are 50-50 because some of them are happy that he won the Club World Cup. Some say, you know what, there's no attachment to him. He hasn't really done much for us. You go to City, we are so attached to Pep Guardiola because he's part of the furniture.
Yeah, but Pep Guardiola is Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, but let me give you an example. If you talk about Klopp, Liverpool fans were attached to Klopp. That's why some people never wanted to leave until he himself said, I am tired, I have to go. I'm sorry. Slot, if he continues losing, let's say he loses the 4 extra games and lose 8 in a row, what attachment do they have? I know they want the trophy, but...
Bro, I'm going to tell you, they're going to be on a survival. They're going to be on a survival mode, bro.
Yeah, no,
guys, if they lose, they're going to be survival mode.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, they don't owe him anything. Like, what's he
Okay.
What
are we doing now?
No, this is stupid. I'm sorry. This is
Manchester United. Can we go to Manchester United?
It's a terrible conversation because at the end of the day, and I want to actually end it with this. Go tell me how many teams have won the league in the last 10 years, and then tell me they're firing Slot. It's just a dumb conversation. Like, you're not firing a manager.
Well, Leicester City fired that man after they won the title.
Can one of the Liverpool fans in the chat tell us, guys, Manchester United, are they top 4 contenders?
Top 5.
Yeah,
contenders.
top 4.
You're top 5 contenders.
Europeans
top 5 for sure. I came into the season saying we need to finish top 6. And I didn't, and for me, it wasn't based on anything other than like you just need to finish top 6 after so many years being bad. Like after last season, you can't come into the season and not finish in a European spot. That was my mentality about it. I'll keep this a buck because everybody forgets this game, and you're an Arsenal fan, so maybe we played well against Arsenal. Like at the end of the day, we came into the season and we played extremely well against Arsenal. United fans got their backs up. We started feeling, I was one of them. I'm like, if we play like this every game, we're good this year. We'll be all right. We'll be cool. And then we had that stinker against Fulham. Bruno misses a pen inexplicably, which it doesn't. He missed 2, by the way, now, which is crazy. But before the season, you saying Bruno missing 2 pens in a season is unlikely. So you get that bad set. Then you have the Grimsby game where it looks like everybody just doesn't want to be there anymore. That's what it kind of felt like.
It's tough to want to be in Grimsby. It's tough to want to be in Grimsby.
I'm just saying, like, when you lose that game, when you lose a game to Grimsby and you have all the noise, everybody starts feeling like, okay, dead team. I will give the manager this credit. He said something that, as an ex-player, that I really rated. He was like, and it was about Mainu, because it was about Mainu. Everybody's talking about, oh, you're not playing Mainu, you're losing games. Everybody wants you to play him. He's your star boy, this or that. And he was like, I've got my own plans for him, and I spoke to him, and he goes, I got a question for you. How do you think those players in the dressing room would act? And he was talking about his tactics now, not just Mainu. He was talking about his system, his tactics, because people were saying, change the system to fit Mainu. Oh, my God, Jonathan Taylor. Sorry, different sport. Fucking hell. Anyway, basically he was saying, if I were to change my tactics now to fit in a player or players or to appease the world, how do you think all those players will look at me? He's like, they're gonna just think I'm a guy who's talking out of his ass. Things got tough, and now I changed things up. And I think one thing he's been on his conviction, something that Erik ten Hag never did. The biggest mistake Erik ten Hag made as a United manager was saying, I will not play like Ajax played. He literally came out and said, I will not play the way I played football that got me hired, that got me this job. I'm not going to do it. And at that point, you're like, okay, well, the football you're playing right now is not that great. So what did we hire you for? So with Amorim, he's saying, you hired me to play a certain type of football. He came out and said, my system will evolve once they figured out the basics of it. Once they understand how to play it, like, it will evolve. We have seen in the last few games it evolved. It's the same system. He hasn't changed it, but I'm gonna tell you. Can I add something to what he's saying? I think one of the key things about Man United will play well if the guy next to Bruno play well, which is, it doesn't matter who he is. If it's and it doesn't matter. The rest of the team don't matter. Nobody matters. The guy next to Bruno in the midfield has to have an A+ game. It doesn't matter. That's why in the last game you played against Brighton, right? When Casemiro was removed, Ugarte, you looked way worse. You looked way worse. 100%. Because
why? Because Ugarte doesn't have Casemiro's experience, doesn't have Casemiro's passing ability. Casemiro's not a bum. People think Casemiro's a bum. When Casemiro's on it,
he's just old. He's just older.
He's old, yeah. When he's given the platform to play his game, he looks good on the pitch. He's not Like when you don't ask Casemiro to run up and down the pitch, the problem is if Casemiro stinks, Man United will stink because Ugarte is not good enough. It's not good.
This is the thing though, because in our system, it requires the center back to step up and play in the midfield a lot more than most teams would ever ask their center back to do. That's a big thing. So you need a guy like De Ligt who's decent at it, and you actually can't. You can't be in a situation where you're on the back foot a lot, like where you're playing against transition teams. You're kind of in trouble if that's the case with this system because there's that hole in the midfield when Bruno goes and does his thing. There was multiple times in the last game where I was like, yo, Bruno is the furthest player up the pitch. And he's our midfield. We got a midfield too, everybody. Keep that in mind. We have a midfield too. And Bruno is up at striker. So
that's the main reason why I think that's the main reason why you guys are always going to be very inconsistent in a league in the most physically intense league where everyone plays with three midfielders. You've decided to play a 2 with 2 people that are the opposite of physically intense. So realistically, what you have got going on at the moment, I don't think it will ever make sense on a consistent basis unless you get the 2 of the most demonic centre mids in the world to go and play those 2 positions.
So it's not as hard as you think. If they have, it's not as hard. I'm gonna tell you, Zubimendi and Rice will play that role perfect.
And you just named one of probably the most physically imposing midfielder in the world at the moment, right? Yeah, you just named them, and then you named Zubimendi, who is also very good physically.
I think I said on Lavia. I think I said on Lavia will do that well.
With our system, it's not just about the midfielders too. Like I get what you're saying, Mo. You're right. When that midfielder plays well, we look unbelievable. But a lot of the times our center backs step in the midfield. A lot of the times our forwards step down too. We do find ways to when we played Liverpool, Mount played in the midfield. So there was 3 midfielders. Mount was number 9. He was a striker. But if you actually watch that game, Mount played most of his game in the midfield. So he does evolve his system based on what's happening. This is what we're starting to see. He's actually starting to do it, but he's not going to do it in all games. He's going to do it in games where he's like, you're completely right, Paz. There's games where he's going to be like, all right, I actually do need to flood the midfield with some more players because that's what the league needs. But when you're playing against the Sunderlands, the Brightons and such, he's going to stick to what he knows because that, at the end of the day, has been the system that's created the most chances in the league this year. Like, I'm pretty sure we're still at the top of that table. He creates so many chances. And watching Sesko in the last game against Brighton, the amount of times he dropped deep to support the midfield, the amount of times he dropped deep, hold the ball up, let Cunha run off the side, Ahmad come off the like. I think the system is starting to look like what we're expecting. I'm not getting too far ahead of myself because I said we got to win 5 games straight for us to feel like it's actually working for players to feel like they click. And I do say, and I do mean this moving forward. Anybody who knows me, I love Bruno. I fucking love Bruno Fernandes. He's my favorite player at United. I got nothing bad to say about him. I actually think when he says I have a plan for Manu, and when he says he's playing behind Bruno, I basically think he looks at his team, and anybody with a brain goes, Bruno Fernandes is a better footballer than Manu at this time. I don't care what anybody says. Bruno is still better than him. He is playing his captain and his best player, and he's trying to make a system work around a player that doesn't work in the system. And he's doing everything in his absolute power to do that. And it has been to the detriment to the team at times. But you go back and you look at Bruno creating that chance for Maguire, and you say, this is why he's in the team. Because at the moment, we still need him to create. We still need what he brings when it comes to his presence and his leadership. So next year, this is why I think Amorim will get that extra year. I don't think he will be fired unless we go on a complete run where we lose. Because put it this way, if Amorim didn't get fired yet, like, let's talk about it. We didn't win back-to-back games for nearly a year and a half. Like, if he didn't get fired yet, clearly Sir Jim and them are saying, we're going to give you the time. So when he gets that player, like, we went after Baliba for a reason. Like, that's the player he wants beside Bruno. We went after Baliba.
Can I ask a question for real about United?
But then hold on. Then I think it's going to be a Manu and a Baliba. It's going to be one of those types of players beside a Manu in the midfield. And I actually think that's going to look a lot different, Mo. I think that's going to look like what you're.
I'm going to say a statement here. I actually think if Chelsea finish top 4, apart from Pep Guardiola, anyone that finishes below him, below Manchester United, should be sacked, regardless of the manager.
Wow. Why?
I don't
Like,
think that's,
however, from Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, whoever finishes below Man United should get sacked. And no questions asked, no context, nothing, no context.
Yeah, no conversation, just love.
The only one is Pep Guardiola. Because Pep Guardiola is the only one that will get grace. Like he will get like.
You don't rate Amorim at all like that?
Nah, anyone. I think
No.
anyone. Pep. I'll tell whoever finishes below Man U, you need to go and coach another sport or something. You need to go coach.
Like I'm being completely honest.
Hey,
I'm being completely. The reason why
you.
I'm saying this.
You need to get out of it ASAP.
Number one, Manchester United have just got completely new forward line, new goalkeeper, a young defender in Lenioro. Luke Shaw, by the way, people that say that Luke Shaw, yeah, he has been at the club for
He finished
a while.
17th last year.
For a while. But let me tell you, for Ruben Amorim, Luke Shaw is a brand new player. He hasn't coached the guy who's out of the team. That's a new player.
I don't think that context is like.
But
I just think if they go from 17th, finishing above you, you're mental.
No, but to be fair though, I get what Mo is saying. Basically, Amorim is playing with almost a full new depth.
I think that's a stretch. I just think they just come from hell.
If
they
he
should not go
finishes fourth, if he finishes fourth, my man is not. Guys, Man United every game actually are trying to find who the fuck is gonna play left wing back for us, and he's like he can't find the guy. Is it Dallo one time? Is it Dorgo one time? Bro, I guarantee if Sandro Martinez, if he comes back ever from the injury, maybe he comes back.
Cheers,
Luke Shaw might play left wing back because Dorgo's like in and out, Dallo's in and out. Mazraoui is injured. But the fact that they finished 15th, and if they finished above Chelsea or Arsenal or Liverpool, that manager should fucking get sacked on the spot. The last game of the season, that manager is out. No context, nothing.
We were never supposed to be 15th. And again, this whole back-to-back thing's a bit disingenuous because during that Europa League run, we threw a whole bunch of those games. Like we threw. So we basically were like, if you watch this play, he was like, there was no effort. You could just tell it was all about Europa. So I hear what you're saying. I get it. We finished 17th. Those managers should be set. I think Amorim
15.
I don't think Mandeep what 15th is.
Wait. Let's bring this back. You said you did what for you to finish 7th? You said you did what to the games? You did what to the games?
15th is mental.
We threw the games. A lot of those end games we stopped.
So you have no shame. You're coming on camera as a Man United fan saying we throw away the games and we go.
Bro, I've watched multiple of my managers do this. I've seen so many managers.
Man, I'm not throwing games. You just like last year.
Throwing it. No,
I just stopped watching Man U games. I'm sorry.
You don't throw away games to finish 15th as a big club. You don't. I'm sorry. That's just
at the end. You know what I mean, though. It's like when you're talking
about
when you have another goal. When you have another goal.
Do you know what more? You say you threw away games when you're winning the title by 10 points. Like, yeah, we throw away the games. You don't say that to finish.
You're making Champions League comfortably. And
Mo. We're not letting my man sit here.
No, Rem's gonna get.
Yeah, we can let
him sit here. We're not doing that. We're not letting him come in here quiet, and we're talking about Man U. You are doing well. We're not doing that.
I heard you talking about. We already talked about Liverpool.
We're not here to talk about Man U doing well. We're not doing that. No.
I have to give Man United credit a little bit because I am someone on the football terrace last year. I know Cam is the only one that watches straight facts, right? With me and Sam sometimes, right? The only one, right? I am the one who told everyone the only way Amorim changes this if he changes the mentality of some of the players, and it will help him that there is new blood. They're not actually invested in the culture yet of Man United, which is the three up front. If he's able to build on this, Man United will look okay, right? In the beginning of the season, I didn't think he was able to change it. He looked like a broken man. He looked like a man that won't be able to change. He looked like a man that is willing to get sacked from the club. He was saying some strange stuff. And so I thought he's done. He's finished. But maybe we just needed to wait for him. So I'm just going to say, if Man United continue winning bring winnings. We all know this. Wins bring wins. We all know that. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad. You win, you keep winning.
Mo, a few things too. At the end of the day, we also forget that we had two keepers who were literally throwing the ball. Like this isn't hyperbolic. If you watched Onana and Bayindir play, they were throwing the ball into their own net.
You know, in Turkey, they're calling him the wall now.
Like when you have two, Jesus Christ, that's racist. When you have two keepers and you have a defense and you have the style play that we have, and you're basically saying at all times, that's fucking crazy. I love it. It's beautiful though. No, see, here's the thing. I'm actually really happy about it because we're gonna get money for him. We're gonna get money for Greenwood. We're gonna get all money for all these players that just couldn't handle the pressure.
You are triggered for no reason because
Like
you are
the
relevant now. You are again. Chat are relevant. People are saying when I was saying Man United irrelevant, you were irrelevant. People were only talking about.
You were wrong.
You disagreed with me, but you know my point. I'm gonna explain to you again. I'm gonna explain to you again before we move on from Man United. For all the Man United
14 fucking week press run about us like falling behind Villa and going to the dark ages and never being good again. You have to hold. You went on this.
That sounds like a great YouTube.
But I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why you were irrelevant. Right?
Yeah,
Very simple. Man United were relevant only when they lose, so we can actually talk about and laugh at Man United at the fallen giant. When you win, okay, and also that is only to laugh. If I sat down on a stream and spoke rationally about Man United losing, Man United fans in the chat, some of the people here, there are some people that are always here, like John James, ZZ. There are a lot of people that are always here from Man United on my channel, right? But no Man United fan want to come to a panel talking shit about Man United. They would go to Saeed, you go to Rance, you would listen to Terry on Man United, you go to Staffy, they would listen to the Man United people. Nobody wants to listen to rivals talk about their club. But now, that's why you're winning and you're buying in the top 4 and you're scoring goals and you're beating the likes of Chelsea, you're beating the likes of, you're drawing Chelsea, you're beating the likes of Liverpool. That's relevant. Why? Because you're affecting the league. Being 15th doesn't affect the league. It doesn't affect anybody, right? Man United fans didn't even discuss. Cam, you're the only one that comes to panels and try to discuss. You and Staffy try to discuss rationally. But Man United, everyone else, they come to panels and the rivals are like, you're dead club, you're shit, no, you're shit, no, you're shit. That's
hated, adored, never ignored, man. Y'all just like, we'll never be irrelevant.
No offense.
Whatever makes you sleep well at night.
If it wasn't for that Europa, to be fair, even that Europa League loss that he had, I feel as though more people were talking about Big Ange and his trophy thing than actually United being.
I'm gonna tell you, last season Spurs were more relevant than United.
Since you want to play butt, Ram, let's talk about Liverpool.
I'm waiting. I'm ready.
Stop. Man United and Spurs are going to be top 4. Whoever finishing below Spurs need to get sacked as well. But let's just establish this. And now it doesn't matter where they are. Whoever finishes below Thomas Frank deserves the sacking, right? Whoever finishes below Spurs. So we're gonna go the whole stream not talking about Arsenal. Fine.
We don't need to talk. We know what's going on over here. We know what's going on.
Okay,
I want to know what's going over here.
Let's do it again. People in the chat, everyone. Liverpool, or we talk about Arsenal? You guys tell us.
Come on, man. We always talk
you already talked about Liverpool.
We haven't talked about Liverpool. We know what's going on.
I can put a bid on it.
We know what's up with us, man. We know what's up with us. Let's talk about. Come on,
man.
People are saying Arsenal.
I don't want to sit on here and bread myself. I'd rather attack Ram. I'd rather attack him. I don't want to bread myself.
Yo, people are saying Arsenal.
I'm gonna start saying yes, Liverpool. Yes.
What is this? Who's this?
Yeah, exactly. That's ridiculous. Take that, get that out of here. I see the same names putting Liverpool in, bro.
Liverpool.
What we do here?
And his mic's mad loud. We know we need to talk about Liverpool. Come on, his mic is mad loud.
No,
he came in here. I've actually got sneak and slither in here, bro.
I've actually got a proper mic.
Do you
say mic, buddy? We.
Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny about like Liverpool? Like I get it, like. City, I sit there like we're stinking, but I'm looking at Liverpool because this is the first time you guys went hardcore in the market. You went so hardcore in the market.
Hey, tell me more about what they did in the market. Tell me more. Tell
me
more about it.
Do you know what's funny? I'm going to say this outright. I think no matter whether people are trying to police this and say, let's give him time. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give 120 million Verts time. I'm not going to give 125 or 20 million Isaac time.
Proven Isaac.
They haven't done anything. They haven't done anything. And you know
Not
what?
giving no one no time.
I want to apologize to Trent Alexander. Trent, if you ever watch this, I'm sorry. I used to think you're a bum. This team relied on you.
Sorry,
I didn't
Trent.
know. This kid was so talented. He used
We
to
didn't know
carry
that you was the dad. We didn't know.
He was. He
Here
was.
we go. Here we go.
We didn't know that Mo Salah
Simple
can't breathe
narrative.
without you, Trent. We didn't
Simple
know.
narrative.
He can't.
We didn't know. We didn't know Mo
Narrative.
Salah couldn't breathe.
I remember, Mo, you're talking about proper conversations. Are we gonna have a proper conversation?
I didn't
Or-
know. I didn't. You know what?
Are we doing narratives now?
Look, I didn't know.
Guys, I'm asking Mo. Did I ask any of you guys? I asked Mo the question.
Mo
Hey,
is
this
not
is a
here.
panel,
Leave a
buddy.
message.
This is a 1v1 conversation.
I'm talking to the host. I'm talking to the host.
Well, Ram,
You don't want to host. You don't wanna host.
I'm going to answer you, Ram. We can have a proper conversation about Liverpool. You can answer me this. How did you go from 5 points ahead to 7 points behind Arsenal within like 4 weeks?
He doesn't know.
Tell me.
No, I do know. I do
Tell me,
know.
Ram.
It's a mixture of.
Second question before you answer the first one. Why is your manager doing the best Arteta impression actually complaining about referees and penalties
We're
and all
not
this stuff?
doing what, bro? Hey,
I
he's
don't know,
everyone's
bro.
challenge.
That
Don't talk
disease
about
is
no one
Why is he
else.
That
doing
disease
this?
has manifested. I don't know, bro.
What
Ever since
is he talking
Arteta came
about
to
referees
Merseyside,
and
that
penalties?
disease of just blaming refs, complaining about free kicks and everything is now manifested over to Liverpool. But I don't know. I don't know, and I don't like it from our manager. I got to keep her a buck. If you're talking about overall your performances, I beg.
Is your
stop
quad
talking
still on though? It's just, I understand it.
Man's the quad. You're sick.
Is the quad still on?
Did I say quad? Did I say quad? What did I say
Well,
quad?
some
Yeah, you
Liverpool
did.
fans said,
I
Did I
heard
say, did I say quad? Did I say quad? I did not say
Yes,
quad.
you
Is
did.
that-
Yes, you did
is
say
that-
squad.
Is the treble on?
Is the double on?
What is on? What is on?
Is the
What is
single on?
Do you know what's
Are the
on? Do you know
lights-
what?
are the
What's on?
lights on?
Is the lights on?
Are the lights on at the
Because
club?
right now the only
Are the
light I
lights-
can see is the light
at
shining
this-
off
at
Arne
this
Slot's
point,
bald head.
I am guys.
No,
at
but
this
let me
point- at
tell
this
you.
point,
Okay,
I don't
now
even
let's
know.
be serious.
I
I'm
don't
not.
even
We're
know.
not. Well, I don't want to the banter thing. Let's be serious. Okay. Let's be
Yeah,
serious.
let's look. Everyone lock in. Everyone lock in.
Let's actually be serious. Okay. Remove the smiles. Patrick, stop smiling. Stop smiling.
Okay,
Nobody-
wait.
Stop smiling. Nobody
Yeah.
smile.
Hmm.
Nobody smile. A club that won the Premier League,
Mm.
that has the second best manager,
Mm.
get the best 10 available on the market,
Mm.
renews the guy that historically broke the record historically. Was the
Who's
best defender in the league.
Salah.
Salah historically broke the
Yeah,
record of the
The
year.
greatest. The greatest.
They signed one of the best upcoming strikers in the world, topped by actually one of the best strikers, not upcoming.
Yeah.
Probably, right?
Double.
I actually told Osam this.
Oh no,
The third-
more.
Can we add on the fullbacks? Can we add on the best young left fullback?
The next KDB inverts.
Can we
KDB
also
To be
add on
honest
the
with
best
you-
left back as well in the Prem?
This is serious. People say this is not serious. This is serious.
No, add on the best left back as well.
People don't think this is serious. This is very serious, actually.
And best
I
up and
saw-
coming right back.
I am telling you how this is serious, Ram. I am telling you that when Michael Edwards and FSG signed these players, they had targets. And the targets were not only win the Premier League or retain it. Actually, now go try to win the double. Dominate.
I was thinking dominate. Yeah.
Dominate. Be the team on the top.
Put a foot
Actually,
on their
be
neck.
the team that is one of the best in Europe. People
Yeah,
are talking about
boots-
Liverpool being
boots
one
on
of the
the
best
throat,
lineups in Europe.
and the best
That
centre
is
mid,
the reality.
McAllister as well, may I add.
That is one of the things. So that is how the manager have within 2 months, from August to October, your manager have ruined assets. Your manager have ruined repetition of some players. Your players are upset. The best center back now is dancing on the pitch, being called out by
Working.
your own club
Working.
legend.
I thought you said you're gonna
Cardi
be
B.
serious more.
Cardi B.
I'm being serious.
Cardi B.
I'm being serious. This is 2
Cardi
months,
B.
Patrick. 2 months. 2 months. Liverpool fans, Callum, Kopish yesterday, Callum, and Drifty. One of them said Glasner, the other one said Raola, sack him now.
What?
When you're thinking that's not serious,
It's
and
dark.
that is a serious. By the way, Ram does shows with them. Ram is part. He does a lot of shows with Kopish.
Yeah,
On
tell
their
me
match
about that.
reaction yesterday, Callum and you know Drifty. Both of them said, "Get him out of the club. We need to act now before the season is over."
Column even said it. Column.
I
Column
swear
is
to
very
God.
calm.
I swear to God.
Yeah, I think I had a conversation with Cal afterwards, and he said that there is a possibility he would rather him get sacked and Klopp comes in as interim just to save the season.
Klopp is tired.
Callum even said Gerrard to save the season, guys.
Ram, leave the guy alone. Klopp is tired.
Leave him. He's done enough rock and roll, bro. He's done, bro.
Why you look at me as if I want? Well, actually, to be fair, I kind of do.
You do.
Would you get him sacked? No, Ram.
Now,
when is that? Okay, you know what? For years, I was brutal. Patrick knows this. Paz, you didn't know me. Cam knowed me. What is the threshold? I asked every Arsenal fan, what is your threshold for Arteta? What is your threshold, Ram? Where does it say?
For me, right?
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough if we're in December, title race is gone, Champions League qualification to not even top. I'm talking top 8. Qualification in the top 8 is no longer available, and potential Champions League qualification for next season is also at threat as well. That's when I'm like, yeah, get the guy going.
Panic stations.
Can I say something to you?
Because bro, you can't tell me that we won the league at a canter. We bought all these talent. By the way, the talent that we bought in is someone that the manager also approved of as well. I'm not going to be of the notion that
everyone approved of Isak. Everybody.
Legit. Everyone.
Even Arsenal fans approved this son.
I approved Isak, bro.
I also by the way,
I approved Isak. I signed that one. I signed that one off.
Go on, man.
Go ahead, Ram. Continue. Finish.
No, like if you brought in all this amount of talent and you're the way that you've played football last season, you gotta do better. I'm sorry, the performance that we have is not good enough. You're talking about new players coming in, and I said this on the terrace last night. One of the things I rate Jurgen Klopp so highly, he knows when players are ready to start playing for the first team. You look at what happened with Fabinho when we won the Champions League that season. Man didn't start a game until December. Like, bro, that's the reality of the situation.
Wait, Ram, sorry for disturbing you. Do you see? This is what I told one of the Liverpool fans of mine. I said, do you know that this man Klopp actually is the one who helped your foundation for Slot? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, you guys were giving out to him, abusing him for not playing Gravenberch a lot. It's because he wanted to bed him in. He didn't want to put pressure on him. And it's when he left, it's when at least Gravenberch could do something. But
it's a bit different though. It's a bit different because the way that Klopp wanted to use Gravenberch is very different to how Slot used him. Because for me, for a Klopp system, Gravenberch worked better as an 8 because of the fact that he's mobile, his ball carrying is elite. It's very comparable to Gini Wijnaldum, which obviously Klopp loved Gini as much as
Gini's a killer.
Gini Wijnaldum was a great player when he was.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. Klopp saw so many similarities to Gini with Gravenberch. The fact that they both have very similar attributes, and that for him, his best place in the team was as a number 8. Yes, granted, he didn't play a lot of games because multiple factors, the pace of the Premier League, confidence, everything like that. And people also forget, Robertson wasn't our starting left back when he first came. It was Moreno. Moreno was our starting left back. And then when Moreno got injured, Robertson started playing football and then proved that he was at the level to be a Liverpool first team player.
I don't think Robertson was unbelievable, if I'm honest with you, bro.
No, that's a lie, bro.
I think defensively, like he was very good at recovering, but he got. I think God's Trent was so bad defensively, people didn't notice what was going on the other side.
No, bro. There's a reason why people target that left hand side over the right.
I will say the one thing
the left hand side is Robertson, big man.
No, the right instead of the left.
I'm on the mind that you guys should,
because Trent is disgusting. Yeah, but Robertson is also not good defensively, bro.
That's literally revisionism right there, man.
I think it's not. I think most people that understand the game to a decent level would not tell me that Robertson is a good defender.
What decent level? What do you mean
decent level? What are we doing here, man?
Ram, real quick though, because I'm of the mind like you would never fire a manager who won the Prem, which most managers haven't been able to do. But you said something that I'm like that's fair. That would be a fireable offense at the end of the season. If Liverpool do not qualify for Champions League with this team,
he's gone. I'm sorry, he has to go.
Then that is the only
guys. Your threshold is very low.
No. For me, what is it? easy. No, because
I'm sorry. That's that. He's
no,
that.
at the end of the day.
I'm sorry. Are you guys crazy?
No, because Mo, you just made the point that Amorim had a bunch of new players come in, and same with Slot. He's had a bunch of new players come in. He's got to figure it out. He's also got. I'm sorry. You've got a tough situation with the whole Salah thing. In my opinion.
So you are with the media transition.
No,
I'm not.
Oh, we're doing that now.
You've got to. I don't agree that you can't. So I'm not of the mind. So first off, I've said this on streams before, and I'll say it again. I don't believe these players are worth 100 M's. So I don't put it on players when teams turn around. And teams turn around and they spend 120, 115. I don't put it on players.
I get what you mean.
I get what you mean. My point here. I don't put it on the players when these teams decide we're going to spend stupid fucking amounts of money on players that clearly aren't worth it. And now all of a sudden,
relatively they are though.
No, they aren't. Relatively, they aren't. None of these players. The only player that I would say, and I always put Holland in the 100 million because we know all the agent phase and all the other shit. Like all the other stuff that in Killian, but Killian play. I'm talking about Prem players in the Prem.
Relatively, you got to
hold on. Let me get to my point because I've even said this about your boy Rice, where I love Rice. I'm a big fan of him. Until a player, like if you buy a player for 100 M's, you have to change the fortune of that team so much so that they go on and win everything, like straight up, which Rice might do. So he may turn into that player where you go, all right, that was a good 100 M spend. As of right now, when I look at the players who cost 100 million, don't nobody tell me about Grealish being worth it because they won the treble. That's
here's why I disagree with you though.
I'm gonna go down my list of players. Trust me. You got Enzo Fernandez, who great player. When they bought him, a lot of potential. The teams demand it because for the teams, it's worth that much. Like I get it a bit. A West Ham, they're like, this player's worth that much to me, so you have to spend that. I understand.
Also, World Cup as well.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, fuck, I hate. You, again, if you've watched me ever talk about international play,
but that added to his price tag.
It adds to your value, but I think it's dumb. Like, so I stand by what I say. I don't think you should then turn around and be like, you know what, we got like a Caicedo, great player, 100%. But if you're not going to bring in a player and he's going to immediately turn you into literally locked in contender, you should not be spending that kind of money on a player. Now, to my point with Wirtz, who had a great time in Germany, amazing things he did with Bayern Leverkusen. First off, if you ever watched that league, the defending's dreadful. Fucking Highline City. It's just not the same as the Prem. So it's extremely, it's like we always talk about like attackers who come in. He's a creative player. There was no world where he was going to come in and look like the same player. There is fucking no world. And if you thought so, then you just don't watch football. So I get it. We want to banter and we want to say, 120 M's, you should be amazing off the rip. But it was never going to happen. Like, it's just like I look around the world right now and I go, Kylian Mbappe, Holland. Those are the players that you would buy that will change the fortune of your team if you're talking.
Here's where it's wrong, though. Here's where it's wrong. You're not accepting the concept of inflation, and which is the main point as to why that's wrong. And when you think about it, like Haaland and Kylian Mbappe, you're not going to bid 150 mil and get any of those players.
I'm ready.
So that kind of brings in the point where I'm talking about inflation. If you want to go get Mbappe, you got to wait till that contract runs out. There isn't a price. Same with Haaland. You can't buy those. Those are not 100 mil players.
You're making my point because you said inflation, and I trust me, I'm a businessman. I know inflation. I get it. The concept of inflation. That's not what fucked up football. Do you know what did? You're right. You don't get to spend 250 M's and go get Neymar. That should have never happened. You don't get to spend 150 M's and go and get Kylian Mbappe.
But at some point, it's got to hit a cap where people just don't want to go about.
That's what broke. That's what broke the back because those were the players that you were supposed to have to wait for. And then all of a sudden, teams were like, oh, wait, motherfuckers have 100 M's to spend.
Yeah, but can I ask you something? Can I ask you? Wait, Mo, I have a question for you. Look,
but before you ask, can I do the 2 super chats because I know that you're gonna start conversation. Just keep the question.
Okay, go ahead.
Big up my man Ad. Thank you so much. I told you more 1 month ago that we're gonna do this, fam. We are top 4. We are gonna win the league, Akhi. Great weekend of football. Forza Napoli as well. McTominay for Ballon d'Or. United. This person insists that Man United will challenge for the league this season. I'm being serious. Ad insists that Man United will challenge for the league. Insist.
No, we're gonna
for the league. Insist. We're challenging for the league.
I can't hate on a man for having chest. There is no world where we would challenge.
This is the Man United. This person this guy, thank you for the donation, has way bigger chest than when Saeed in the third season of Ten Hag said we're going to finish top 3. It's even bigger chest.
Listen, I respect it because, I respect it. I think that's Canadian dollars too, right? So,
you know what? Hold on.
Let me do the next one. Hold on. Liverpool fans in the mud, the so-called mentality monsters are making excuses. Misak is finished. Scores is slow and weak. Virgil van Dijk is terrible captain. It's finished. Konate and Gehi Madrid bond. By the way, Gehi, actually, he might go to Bayern Munich. Actually, at the end of the season.
Terrible captain, but won the Premier League last season.
By the way, Virgil van Dijk is not a terrible captain. I don't know why he's saying terrible captain.
Perfect.
Because do you know why? It's because Wesley Schneider said it during international break, and guess what he said about De Ligt for the never. He got so pissed off when De Ligt wasn't picked. You could clearly tell there's an Ajax thing with those players. Van der Vaart did the exact same thing. Some of those Dutch players, when it comes to club footballers, they always back their own player rather than the actual national team.
Hear what I'm saying. Though,
yeah, but hold on. That referee needs to be investigated for the Liverpool game. 12 men and they can't score. 12 minutes. But
you see that game? Mental. No, that was mental.
By the way, it's factually to have 7 minutes of added time and to add 4 on top of that, which is about 60-something%. Unless there was a major injury during that time, I don't understand how would we add 4 minutes.
I swear, they wanted to win. They wanted to. Can I ask something?
I don't know, but I'm glad that the game didn't end because there would be a lot of controversy if
one player I will say that needs to be judged on their price tag, and I will say this is Isaac because my guy.
I'm gonna. I want Patrick. Patrick had a question. I want to answer, but I don't want to forget that point because even though you said very good stuff, Cam, there is a point where I disagree with you, but go ahead, Patrick. Ask the question, please.
Okay, this is my thing, and I'm going to come. I don't want to come with the United fan. What's your name again, United fan? I think
Cam.
Cam. Yeah, you got it. Cam. I don't want to come like disrespectful, but the thing is, I'm going to rubbish whatever you say because
that's fine.
No. I'm not saying you say the wrong things.
I don't feel. Trust me.
Listen.
Come at me. You come at me disrespectfully to disrespect me.
No, I'm not coming at
this. That's fine. I'm telling you, don't
get disrespectful.
Let me be clear. You can't. I'm at my disrespectful. I only get upset if somebody's like actually disrespectful.
No.
Disrespectful, Pat.
What I'm trying to say is, I'm saying the points you say is, I accept the points you say, but I'm just gonna rubbish them a bit because I'm trying to say this particular team, Liverpool. What they paid for is what you're supposed to pay for these players. What they paid for Flinkpong, right now you're supposed to pay for them. I get where you're coming from with the whole history and inflation, but let's just forget that. Let's dead that. Because when Chelsea spent it, we went after that next. When Rice was bought, we went after that next. With Caicedo, Grealish, all these guys, even Man United, we went after your next when you guys were spending on Pogba and all this, man. These guys, they have paid for Wirtz. They saw that Man City are interested in Wirtz. This man went and offered astronomical money, and they never needed Wirtz at all, by the way. He never needed Wirtz.
That's such a lie, man.
No,
that's such a lie. That's such a lie. How many every single person barring a Liverpool fan said that our 10 last season sucked.
Bro,
you talk about Szoboszlai being a
captain. Patty, you're wrong. They didn't need Isaac. That's who they didn't need.
I agree.
Let me continue. So the funny thing is, they went and bought all these toys. And what did we say when they bought these toys? I think as Premier League fans, again, we're reactionary. We said, oh my God, they're going to walk the league. It's easy. But you know what? I sat down the other day and said, this guy made a mistake. Who in this world wins the league and then takes away most of the starting 11? We're talking about Diaz. As much as people did not like Diaz, I think he was a baller and he was helping with the press. Look, we know what happened with the accident. Rest in peace, Jota, but that's another big person who is not here, and it's very sad. But we're talking about Trent, who left. Trent was actually a big individual in the dressing room. As much as people we didn't rate him.
Cross spammer as well. Great.
Yeah, and then obviously Robertson has sort of died off a bit. But I'm just saying, this guy.
What you know what? You can't even take that seriously. That's a crossfire, and you start laughing after it. You know what? You can't even take that seriously. Take it back,
You know what? Let's be honest as fans. I think both of us have admitted that we did not respect Trent when he was in the Prem. I am one of them.
I respected Trent. I respected Trent.
I respect
his delivery. His delivery was probably bar KDB is probably the best in the league. But however, when the other team had the ball, it was genuinely
But
scary.
okay. So what I want to close this with, I'm trying to say that. First of all, I don't forgive or trying to pardon Liverpool for spending.
Yeah.
But let me ask this. Do you think maybe Slot as a manager has bit off more than he can chew? That's what I wanted to ask him. Do you think personally, if you look at it...
Ram, the Liverpool fan.
No, because Cam was the one defending them and twerking for them.
No, we're not doing it. Hold on, no.
What?
There's a Liverpool fan right there. We're not doing this.
Okay, let me go to Cam.
No. I want to see.
Why are you putting big screen, man?
Let me go to Ram.
We're not doing this. What are you doing, Pat?
Okay, let me go to Ram.
Right there.
Okay, let me go to Ram. So, Ram, do you think maybe Slot has bitten off more than he can chew? Because obviously, when he came in, everything was set for him, so it was easy to play around with the players he has and settle things from what was a disaster. But now he's brought in very big players, because even Wirtz is a big player from Germany. This was the main man, and Isaac was the main man in Newcastle.
Unbeaten.
Yeah, and then Frimpong was the first team starter. So do you think right now
you love an invincible, innit?
Two unbeaten man.
Yeah,
you love an invincible, yeah?
Do you think he went a bit far with all these signings and they're too much for him? The egos are too much for him. Is that what you think?
Cam, do you want to answer this? Or...
Ram, just to summarize it, he's asking, is Arne Slot in over his head here?
The thing is, right, a lot of people said that our squad depth wasn't good enough. We didn't rotate that much last season. And then we go in and buy the quality that is needed, not only to strengthen the starting 11, but you also strengthen the depth as a result. For me, the one thing I would have said to Slot was, would you still need a dictator in midfield, or would you still need a centre back, or would you prioritize those over? Or would you prioritize other positions over them? The one thing I would say about the Isak and Ekitike thing, look, I this season I decided not to be an accountant. I let the club do what they do. We needed two strikers, regardless of what was happening. Nunez wanted to leave. Jota obviously the situation that happened with Jota.
You're being disingenuous, Ram.
No, bro.
Ram, you did not need two strikers of that level. You needed a striker and you needed a backup striker. You went and got two gunmen, and it's not working.
What about that chat pass?
I'll tell you this though, Cam. Did anyone expect Ekitike to bang the way he did? Because I don't think anyone.
Why did you fucking spend 79 million pounds?
Hold on.
Why did you fucking spend 79 million pounds?
Hold on. That is a mental. You just spent 100 M's on him. We're talking about no one.
79.
Why are you saying 100? That's completely.
I'm rounding up. It's 100 mil euros. It's 100 mil euros. It's 100 mil euros.
Do we live in Europe or do we live in the UK, bro?
I live in Europe. I live in the UK. I live in Europe.
I go off GBP.
I'm gonna ask that question back to you. No, Ram, I gotta ask that question back to you though in a different way. Club A, no name to the player or the club, spends 80 M's on a striker. Do you expect an $80 million striker, really £80 million striker to bang? No names, nothing. 80 million I'm spending on a striker.
Yes, bro.
I'm so, more.
Can I say something here, guys? Anybody that says Liverpool didn't need two strikers, they actually just bantering. Liverpool literally, Nunes left. They did need two strikers, okay? And also, let me talk. Can you talk?
We have Mo Salah.
They signed Ekitike, right? They had no idea that Isak is gonna join the club. They were gonna try for it, but they didn't know that he's definitely joining, because Newcastle, until the last minute, Newcastle said, we're not selling you the guy. Even if he goes, we're not selling you the guy. So the opportunity appeared, and Liverpool went and signed Isak. So that is very good from them. What is bad from them Let me finish that. Next point is very important. What is bad from them is actually not signing any midfielders, assuming that Gravenberch will be the same DM, and he was in some games. The second problem is leaving Guehi, trying to be smart asses and leaving Guehi to the last minute of the transfer window, trying to negotiate with Crystal Palace, and instead of paying the 45.
Here comes
the problem that no one wants to talk about. Arne Slot is doing his best Ten Hag impression. Ten Hag came to Man United.
No, but
I'm gonna tell you, wait.
There's more to it, though, Mo. There's more to it.
Yes, but the big picture is the big picture. Man United were 6 under Ranić when Oli left, and then and then Erik Ten Hag came. They finished 3rd. So the ceiling for Man United was 3rd, and Erik Ten Hag got this. Season after, Erik Ten Hag started being, well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and then they fell off. Arne Slot came to a team. The ceiling of the team was winning the league. We saw it, right? Max. And because Arsenal and Man City were bad, and also he did some adjustment, which is very good from him. He hit the ceiling of the team. Salah hit his eyes. Trent has one of the best seasons in terms of creativity. Gravenberch was amazing. Van Dijk was great. So they hit the ceiling, right? Now the club and the board offered him all this talent, and he's like, "Fuck this! I'm going to play total football." Dutch brand of football where we're going to attack with 7 players and defend with only 3. Everything backfired. Why? Because he actually still in the press conferences talk about we score a lot of goals. We create a lot of chances. How about you conceding 17 big chances in the last 5 games? 17 people. 17 big chances. That has nothing to do with Isak. It has nothing to do with the attack. It has just something to do with the let a wooden stick stand in front of the defense.
But there's more.
Real quick, because I got to rebuke his point on the whole 2 striker thing, and then talk about team building. Like you literally killed your own fucking point. Which, like, it's when you got Ekitike because you didn't think you could get Isak. All of a sudden, your priorities need to shift. Don't spend 80 million, and at that point, it was like, Patton, we got a really good striker.
Disagree.
Disagree. No, at that point, well then
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna give you. Where's
the money for this midfielder?
No, because they aren't looking at this season only. They're looking to build a dynasty, and they saw opportunity to sign a 25. Let me finish that point. They saw. No.
How is Ram getting away with it?
Cam, the next one is going to make sense. The next sentence is going to make sense. The next sentence is going to make sense to you, Cam.
That's my plan, isn't it?
They saw the opportunity to sign a player that will work for the next 5. He's 25 years old. He's one of the second best striker probably in the league. They consider him one of the best strikers that it will be for the next 5 years or something. And they saw the opportunity. Isak.
Guys, Ram is getting away.
So they can't pass in this. They can't pass on that. Guys they actually signed.
And now, guess what? Now you've got a manager who's got a team of players who you can't use. I'm coming for you on this one. A manager who just lost to United for the first time at Anfield in 10 years. A manager who is struggling.
Put a scope on your gun.
Who is straight up struggling to make it all work because they had a poor use of funds. And Ram, you said it first off. You think that he signed off on those signings. So if he did, he's got tons of blood on his hands because, in my opinion, the Guehi thing, I agreed. I was on stream with you, Mo, talking about that was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. People say, no, they did the right thing. They should have waited to see if the cost went down. No, that was the fucking most arrogant shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, because they became arrogant.
Pay 42 million. Get the guy you absolutely need.
Did you meet Ram in the summer? Did you meet Osam in the summer? Did you meet Ram in the summer? Did you meet Osam? Did you meet the Coppish people? The whole arrogance thing, bro. The whole arrogance thing went from everyone all the way to the fans, bro. They were arrogant.
We had a here we go. We had literally had the player in our team kit.
What happened to him? Did he just crash out of the stream?
It's good. It's good that he's gone because his scope ain't. It's not measuring right. We need to aim. We need to aim at Ram. So I'm gonna aim it back at Ram. I've got a question for you. I got a question.
You know what this reminds me of? I feel like I'm tied up and all of you guys are interrogating me. I know you guys are
yes,
no.
Bro, we didn't even talk to you.
We're arguing against each other. What we're doing. Ram sat right there for the taking. So Ram, back to you, buddy. Yeah, back to you. Let me ask you a question. Let's discuss Van Diggles, Van Disney, Van Dona, Van Cardi B, Van Twerker. Let's discuss that real quick. Yeah, I just want to hear.
You thought of that for like
I just want to
4
hear.
months, haven't you?
I just really want to hear your unbiased opinion on how he's been playing this season. And I want you, and I want you to really go into depth. Hold on, wait. I want to frame it right. I want you to really go into depth on Van Delegator and how, is he playing worse now, or is he being found out? That is what I want to know. Is he not
out after all these years of being the best defender in the league?
No, hold on. Let me explain.
Because he wanted to do the whole Gabriel the best centre back in the whole league.
Let me land what I mean. Let me land
what is happening here?
Let me land what I mean.
Is it found out means he wasn't good?
Let me land. Let me explain. For example, yeah, he is known as like a defensive orchestrator, and he's very good at slowing down things and then basically pouncing on these people with more than one person. He is so good at that he is just a world-class defender. I agree. However, right now, what he's doing, it's not quite working anymore. I just want to hear your opinion on what you don't have taken found out and you got an emotional about it because you haven't had the context behind it. I want to know, is like what he's doing now just not working with what's around him, or is he just doing things to a worse level? That's what I want to know.
No, because if you're talking about the whole season, I think prior to these 3 games, I thought he was quite good. I thought it was very good. I think he was the only one that was sort of holding that defense together. I think for me, the last 3 games is a lack of form, and I feel as though individual errors. Feel like when you're always so composed, but then when you're chasing a game, you try to do too much, and then you start making rash decisions. You do things that's uncharacteristic to you. Like you never see Van Dijk.
Yes, before I forget, the character of him bullying Gyökeres, by the way, bullying that kid.
He's not very nice.
Not very nice.
Bro, but I don't like that. But again, that's for me. That's on the manager, bro. That's like, bro, you saw Robertson put in a clinic.
You've seen it, haven't you? You've seen it.
But bro, the situation is, I saw Robertson put in a clinic in Germany. Why is he not starting in London? Like, come on, it's only a 2-hour flight.
But to be fair, though, I can answer that for you, actually, on behalf of your gaffer. You just spent 45 million on a left back, buddy.
We've also got we've also got a 2-time Premier League winning left back.
That's all good, buddy. Yeah, but that he's 31 and he's slowing down. Do you know what I mean? And he is a left back. You know. Hold on. He's a left back that physical. He needs it, and he's also not the best. He's not the best. And you just spent 45 million to cover that quote unquote hole, buddy. Yeah. So the reality is, you saying why is he still playing? It's because you spent 45 mil on the greatest young and up and coming left back in the league. And so for you to say that he shouldn't play, buddy, is you saying that you bought someone that you don't believe in. So are you saying you don't believe in Gyökeres? Is that what you're saying? I just want to hear that. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, buddy. The reason why I would want Robertson to start, 2 things. I said it already. 2-time Premier League winning champion right there. Will go down as one of the greats in the Premier League.
So is Ashley Cole. Do you want to play him as well? He won loads of Prems.
My man's retired. My man's still kicking.
Do you want to get Ashley Cole back in?
Does Ashley Cole start for? Does Ashley Cole start for more than half the Premier League?
He probably starts.
You could argue that Robertson starts for more than half the teams in the Premier League, bro.
Wait to start for the relegation.
Ram, I just want to tell you, Ram, you're the only one who thinks that actually.
I'm not the only one that thinks that. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Sam doesn't think this. Jamie doesn't think. Sam doesn't think this. Jamie doesn't think this. Jamie's story doesn't think this. The majority of the Liverpool fans we spoke to, they said I have a conversation with the boys from Coppish. I told them, bro, you still realize we've got one of the best. We also one of the best. We still got a defender, a left back that is still good enough to start for half. Hold on. That's good enough now because Ram, I understand that, but Paz's point, I know he's saying it in jokes and stuff. Paz's point is like, now because Gyökeres is not performing. But before Gyökeres actually was, and when he was signed, people were saying, yeah, that's their upgrade. Now we gonna move on from Robertson, who slowed down a little bit. People were saying that keep Tsimikas as the backup for Gyökeres. And you remember Robertson was linked to the
not me, Mo. Not me.
Not you, but you remember the majority of the Liverpool fans will say, yeah, finally we got one of the best left backs in the league. He was team of the season last season. Up and down.
Are you saying you weren't happy with Gyökeres? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, Ram. Okay, so the question to you, Ram, when you signed Gyökeres, are you telling us that you still wanted Robertson to be the starter in the beginning of the season?
If Gyökeres was in a bad run of form, then I still thought Robertson.
It's not the question.
It's not the question. Stop dodging it.
The reason why, okay, see that, like, for example, if Arsenal fans like Eze, do you want Eze, when you signed Eze, did you want him to be the starting left winger? Every Arsenal fan will say yes. If Eze goes on a bad form, that changes. Absolutely. Nobody's guaranteed a start at any big club.
Yeah. But then, right? Mo, the best season that we've had for me in my lifetime was 21-22. Yes. We had two left backs that were on par with each other. Kostas Tsimikas were performing at levels that we didn't even expect him. Like very good levels. Very good levels in that season.
Is a good bowler.
But Robertson was also performing in a very high levels as well. That's the kind of expectation that I have with my players.
Yeah, but Robertson is a steady Eddie last season. He wasn't amazing and he wasn't awful. He was just a steady Eddie. Look,
do not get it twisted. I wanted Gyökeres to come to my club. I wanted him to start. But if you're telling me that he's in a bad run of form, Robertson's not the worst left back in the world. Robertson, like I say, Robertson's one of the players that could probably start for more than half the teams in the Premier League. That's good enough to come in for a couple of games, just to be the steady Eddie, ease the pressure, and then when Gyökeres finally decides to not be a hype man,
you are being very objective and realistic, of course. As of now, Gyökeres should not.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We've got a squad. We've got a squad. Use the squad. Use the players that we've got. Use the likes of Chiesa. Use the likes of Curtis Jones. Like use these players.
You want to talk about Gyökeres? My man on the right side, on the right foot, can clear or pass the ball, turns inside the 18 to clear to the left or throw into the other side. Did it twice this season.
No, bro, the one that vexed me is when he was running back to his own goalkeeper and headed it straight towards the corner flag instead of to Mohamed. I got so vexed.
But why is the captain giving him a hard time? Like as a captain, why would you?
Because he's shit. Because Gyökeres has been shit.
Yeah, but you don't do that. You don't do that as a captain. Come on.
No, bro. If you're not playing to the levels expected, then bro. I saw James Milner slam Virgil van Dijk at Old Trafford in front of everybody. Like, bro, if you're not playing at the level,
you know that happens. It's okay. That happens.
I know it does, but the thing is,
I need to tell you the difference, Patrick. At Man City, Pep Guardiola is the main character.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody talk to each other. You cannot bypass. You cannot step on Pep Guardiola's toes. At Liverpool,
you can't step on his toes, but you just get sent out. You
get sent home. If you talk, you get sent home.
You're getting sold.
You're getting sold. At Liverpool, I think there are still personalities bigger than Arne Slot. Salah is bigger than Arne Slot as a personality at the club. Van Dijk is bigger. Alisson is bigger than him. You know what I mean? Van Dijk has the authority to talk to players and tell them you're done. You fucked up. You're done wrong. You're being shit.
Hendo did that.
Bro. Van Dijk's 34 at the end of the day, man. He's got. If he can't tell you shut up, bro, and you're 21, I don't know what you want.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly. Like football. I know you played football. I have football. If my man is 10 years older than me and he's telling me to shut up, I'm gonna fucking shut up and listen. But that's how it works, you know. Football pitch. That's how it works.
That's why I make YouTube videos now. I'm not trying up.
It's every game though. I feel sorry for Gyökeres. It's every.
It's every game because you stink every game.
Doing shit, bro.
Patrick, I'll say this.
A professional football player that get paid, bought for 45 million. Last season. Don't make
Patrick, can I say one thing? There was only one time this season that Virgil van Dijk didn't cuss Gyökeres, and that was against Arsenal at home. Why was that?
Do you know what? Okay, do you know what made
because
me laugh?
He played well. He played well again. He played well.
No,
man was high-fiving, doing everything.
Let me tell you what's funny though about all this. It's the fact that Van Dijk kicks the ball to Gyökeres' face.
That was a bit like, yo, bro. Why are you looking at him, bro? You're the idiot that decided to kick him.
Because I think Van Dijk is panicking. I genuinely believe Van Dijk is panicking. I actually believe that is the last thing I'm gonna say about Liverpool. I think Ram, I want you to actually discuss this point. I think the two players that are panicking in the team are Mohamed Salah and Van Dijk because of the contracts they signed. Because they make a lot of money, they want to justify. You remember last season we were doing streams, Ram, talking about give them the contract, give them the money, they deserve it. Now Mohamed Salah looks at the fans. I'm like, okay, I make 400k, right? I need to perform in front of these people. I'm a legend here. Van Dijk is the same, and Van Dijk is the captain and the leader. Everything falls on him. Everything falls on Van Dijk. There's a pressure on Van Dijk. There's no. By the way, Konate, zero pressure. January comes, signs to Madrid, signs to Bayern. Bye bye. Yeah. I'm out of here, people.
Not with the way they're playing right now. He ain't going nowhere, bro.
He's gonna be signed, bro. He's gonna be signed.
He might go Liverpool 21s at this rate, bro.
He's gonna be signed, bro.
No, but
I think the two people that feel the most pressure are Mohamed Salah and the one that is gonna feel pressure after them. If Isak doesn't score goals, this is gonna be stinky for him.
I would disagree with the Virgil thing about the contract. I don't think it's more the contract. I think it's more his responsibility as captain. And the fact that if the team don't perform, it's on him to fix it. It's always been like that at Liverpool because for us, captains are like colossuses. They are the second manager of the team. Like we had it with Gerrard, Hyypiä.
It's everywhere though. It's in every team.
No, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I feel as though there's a bigger burden with Virgil in regards to the actual team performances rather than the contract. Because I feel as though at the end of the day, look, the stuff that he's done. And even the performances this season, he's warranted that contract. But for me, it's the last 3 games where I would say Virgil has not performed. And I think it's a mentality where he wants the team to come back and do well. And he wants to do more. But he knows he can't do more. So it's one of those ones. I think with Mo Salah, I think he knows that he's under pressure. And he knows that he's the guy of the team. And the team isn't doing well. And he's not doing well. So if he's not doing well, the team's not doing well. I think rather the contract is more his mentality of like, I'm not doing good enough. I need to do better. I need to do much, much better.
We'll see. I'm not sure if they're going to turn it around. AD saying, serious question, Mo, how much for DeMarco? DeMarco going to be a great left wing back for Man United. Dumfries is going to be great right back. Bastoni.
He's not leaving, bro. Can we stop
the two people that are not leaving are DeMarco and Bastoni because they're Italian. Dumfries might go.
What about Barella?
He's never going to leave Italy, bro. The guy has 4 kids and they're like, bro, these people will never leave Italy.
Would you sell him after yesterday's performance?
Nobody performed bad yesterday. Only Bastoni performed bad yesterday.
Serious?
Even though he hit the post. Yeah, bro, we hit the post 3 times. Bro, they had 3 shots, scored 3 goals. One of the shots on target was a penalty. Now they're suspending the referee for it.
Can I ask you a question as well, Ram? Can I ask you a quick question? Yeah.
Let me do the rest because Fonz is saying we had 0 strikers, so let's buy one, mate. Absolutely, Fonz, you're spot on. Liverpool needed 2 striker, and Isak, you cannot pass on Isak.
I think Ekitike. If Jota was still here, it would be Ekitike and Jota for me.
When can we admit that last year's title was Klopp's title? I disagree with that notion.
Bro, if we do that, then yeah, two league titles for Klopp. He goes down as one of the best managers in the Premier League history. He's better. He's also greater than Arsene Wenger.
Because Klopp didn't play
you are disgusting for making that joke. You're disgusting.
That ain't a joke, bro. If we're doing the 2 league titles, 2 league cups, 1 FA Cup, 1 Champions League, 1 Super Cup, 1 Club World Cup, bro.
Slot system is shit. They just attack. It's similar to Eric Ten Hag. Kirkes and Bradley are overlapping fullbacks playing inverted. You have Scourge playing as a third 10. He has no space to operate. I'm going to tell you, Arne Slot thinks this is 1975 Holland team with Cruyff and them guys. He thinks all out attack.
Mo, there's an unfinished story with that. What happened in the 1974 World Cup final?
He didn't win.
They lost to Germany.
Yeah.
Total football is not always the answer, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Can we end the show?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually good. Go on, end the show. I'm gonna message you. I'm gonna message you privately.
It's 2 hours, 22 minutes.
I got a lot of questions. I'll see you again, though. You worry.
Hey, we'll be back for the next week's show, bro. Don't worry.
Trust me.
By the way, we're running this Wednesday morning. Paz and Ram.
Wait a minute.
Me and you, Ram. Me and you.
Don't blame me. Blame Mo. Blame Patrick and blame Cam. They decided to argue with each other. Left me.
At least we had a conversation, guys. I just gotta say this. I just want to put this on the record. Number one, guys, for the sake of me, go check out OK Jersey. I don't take, by the way, commission from them. I don't take commission.
What
But
do you
I'm
take?
telling you that they buy stream, but I don't take commission for the 8%. It's just a code for the.
You know, I'm gonna go to this because all the YouTubers seem to be advertising it. So I'm gonna go and see this
The guy that is someone that is not like someone who wants to advertise his business. It's very good. The quality is good as well. So the quality is very good.
You know what would be crazy is that we all know who this guy is, but he just chooses not to say who he is. That's the crazy one. Because every YouTuber is doing it.
If we know
I
who
don't
you
know
are,
who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is.
Okay,
It's-
never mind. No much.
It's just a seller. It's a website basically, but it's affordable ones, of course. Guys, check them out, guys, and also make sure to use the code Judge. Always good to see you. Well, Pat, love, Mandem.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for everyone. This will take you to Flawless if he's still live, actually, currently. Tomorrow, the National League, guys. True City fan, Patrick already ran there is a panel show that ran there with Kelk, Matthias, and others as well. So go and check them out, people.
yeah, that
If you
is
haven't
quite
checked
funny, isn't it? So my channel is running without me as we speak.
And Paz, the creator, does a lot of good things, good shorts. Also, the Ram stand in the description as well, guys. Ram is trying to do work. He's doing with Drifty. You're gonna see him here. You see him on Kopish. You see him on Osam's channel. So go and check them out. Hit the like button, people, and subscribe because I'm just gonna tell you, we're very close to 45,000 subs. So go and subscribe, people. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're out of here, people.